off the behind play. Clarkson has come in and king hit, and it's on. Johnson's in there now, and this is going to develop into a wild melee here. Aitken has not moved.
Knowing that their history hasn't been all that flash. And on the back of a silly decision, they've got themselves given up another goal.
I need respect. If you show me respect and stop writing trashy articles about me, then I'll show you respect. I'm a man. Listen, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to waste my life, because when I die, I'm going to paradise. And I'm not worried, so I'm in a hurry to die. But no one's going to disrespect me, and no one's going to write nonsense about me without me retaliating back.
Fear is my friend. I love fear. Fear allows me to reach my highest potential. The fear of failing is an illusion. Yeah. But we have to have desire. We have to have something that pushes us. Fear pushes us. Yeah. I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
Nothing without discipline. Because you give up on the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Like Cuthbert always say, there's a difference between the coward and the hero. They both feel the same. They both scared and nervous. It's just one lets his feelings get the better and devour him like the coward. And then he runs and hides. And the hero feels the same way, but he fights the feelings off. And he goes on to accomplish being a hero. Me, myself, I used to always think for some reason that I was a coward. I was afraid because of the way I felt.
All right, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Jumper Punch. Did you hear Tyson there? I love him, man.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, yeah.
My back is broken.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't say that to him if he was standing here.
Do you remember that thing that they did in, where was it, Hollywood Boulevard or something, where they're like, oh, what do you think of Mike Tyson?
Oh, and
then he come out from behind.
Yeah. I was on MTV, no, not MTV. I think it was on one of those shows.
Yeah, that was
or
fantastic.
the Comedy Channel.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
He's changed his life around, that guy.
He's a star, man, because he was one way and he's moved it all.
Is he doing marijuana?
No, he's got his farms. He grows
business.
Marijuana.
Yeah, he's got his marijuana farm.
Yeah, he's like a chuffhead.
No. He's not a chuffhead.
Nah, he loves having a little jozzer. Loves a jozzer. Probably mellowed him out.
He's flat out with it. He says it's the only thing, and the other drugs too. It's the only thing that keeps him like going. But good on him. Like he's a nice.
Is it not all it's not as bad as people make it out to be?
What's that?
It's like the actual marijuana itself, like the oil and leaf itself is like
when it's not laced.
Yeah, no, of course, obviously. I'm saying the actual natural plant itself.
I know nothing about drugs. I know nothing about it.
I haven't taken one in my life, so I wouldn't know. I just know what it looks like.
That's right.
Well, prescription pills, yes, but
yeah.
There was some footy.
Moving right along.
There was some football. Hey, listen, they were up and about.
We're being drugged.
They were up and about.
We're drugged by wins at the moment.
Yeah, no.
It's
good. It's a weird feeling, but we'll get on to that. There was I was saying the North supporters were up and about for some reason.
North Melbourne! I've got a bit to say about them.
They were flying.
They were flying, but the Blue supporters were up and about too.
Of course, we always rock up.
And I got this little bit of footage. Let's have a look at it.
Oh, here we go. He always surprises us with this stuff. Ooh. Oh, nice. Jesus Christ.
And look at the number in front of us,
22.
And isn't that a bit of a ironic number to have in front at this episode?
Why is that? Ah, yes. Yes, you're right, actually. Yes. I thought that was Dylan in front on the left.
No,
it's not.
It's all planned.
That's that silver Guernsey, isn't it? Did you rate that silver?
Nah, that's not
one?
silver.
Wasn't it?
That was the white. That's a white.
Did you rate that silver one?
I like the silver.
I actually didn't mind
It's called Wolf Grey.
Yeah, that's
and
the one,
Nike
yeah.
did it,
But
and because they're the powers. Yeah,
Yeah, no. I liked it. I didn't mind it.
No, I liked it. It was
But
great.
my favourite still, apart from that, don't touch the monologue.
The blue out.
Monogram.
Yes.
The blue out.
Oh, the blue out.
against
Yeah,
Essendon.
yeah.
I thought that was
That was
my
tough.
favourite. That was a nice top.
That's what happens when you got Nike, the powers. Now you got Puma. They give you two options. You either like it or you don't.
that's
I like they're both garbage.
They're both.
Well, the normal blue is always the best in the comp, but yeah.
No, of course. But if we've got to do
But
something,
that's nice. That's good to see the supporters
unlike
up and
the
about.
Essendon. Did you see the Essendon away tops? It's just
It's
like
just
a red.
all red with a black outline. Black. It's
Shocking.
real creative.
Hey, now, sometimes I bagged a little bit the cheer squad. That I sometimes think that, but this week they were pretty good, mate. They were up and about.
I must
So
say,
when
They heard you spray.
Huh?
They heard you.
They have been.
No, we won't go into that.
I
But
must
you're
admit,
right.
this year they've been really good. I must admit.
I don't know
They've been
about that,
good this
but
year.
this
I think they've
week
been great this year.
I don't know about that, but this week
I know.
they were good.
You know
Now,
why they've
we
been
can
great?
move to-
Because the cheer squad only sings when we're winning, and we've won
Yeah, that's
three
true.
and a
No,
half
they had the
times.
drums. They were up and about. They were doing a couple.
Yeah, they got the double.
I think they should
Yeah,
go.
they do have the double.
They're still like Carlton. We can move up another level.
bloody
yeah?
oath.
Always.
Yeah.
So we should be doing something like this.
Yeah.
Adam's side's magic. He was the magic
Oh my
cat.
God.
He couldn't fight for us, and then he didn't fancy that. He bombs it with his left foot. He bombs it with his right. And when we
Oh
win
my
the
God.
premiership, we'll sing this song all night.
Oh!
I think a couple of lebos were singing that.
Absolutely.
How good is that? But imagine,
love
imagine singing that.
Nah, you won't they'll never sing that.
I know, but imagine.
I told you this, they'll never sing it.
I'm telling you, we've got to
it's
move
not-
next
footy's
level.
not that culture.
They know
Footy-
two chants.
It's got nothing to do with the cheer squad. Footy is not that culture.
You make it that culture.
I know, but I'm saying that's why stuff like that never happens at the grounds.
Yeah, but other things never happened before
I
either.
know, because
it's your
it's-
job to move on to the
You've
next
got-
level.
you've got to
You're
change
trying
the
to
culture.
say, when did announcing the players as they're coming when they come out one by one? When did that happen?
Even it still hasn't taken off.
Well, North Melbourne actually did it better than what we did it. Did you hear them? They were all right.
See, it's not the.
It's because
I don't know. It's just
you know
not
why?
the culture. It's just not the culture.
Nah, I think it's been
Make it
drummed
the
out
I
of
know,
us.
I
You
agree.
know what? That would have been a thing in the 80s or the 90s.
What's that?
Easy, like when the
What?
players. If they did that in the 80s, 90s,
We
the
could do
crowds were different back then. What they are now.
We could do
Now they're pretty soft.
They are.
Yeah,
But we could
the
do
crowds
it.
are different now
We
to
could
when
do
they
it.
were in the 80s. I'm just saying. But yeah, anyway.
But anyway, I like that chant. Hey, Vaglio! Yes.
Always
Bona
believe in your
Pasqua.
soul.
Bona Pasqua. Yes. Happy Easter. Yes.
Happy Easter as well to those.
Yeah, I know. Best start since '95. I know. Yeah, that's right. All right. Yep, we'll be there. All right, let's get some. Woo! Let's get some coffees, and it's Easter, so we need some Easter products. How about that? Done. Thank you.
Tickets too.
I'm going to get them again.
Yeah. What you think? You think they're going to pay some delivery person
Obviously
double
not.
time and a half today? No chance, mate. No chance. Hey,
Yes.
Snits.
Northlands.
Northlands.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Here we are.
What do we got here? What's this?
Panettone.
The panettone.
What did Joe Vardy
Now,
say?
for the Australians, it's not a muffin,
It's like a muffin, but a big one. That's what Joe Vardy said.
and this is
Lint.
This is Cornelio.
Yeah, Stephen. Hey, I saw one of the massive ones of those. I was
How
at
much?
IGA,
What are they
$40.
How
What, a big
was
one? For $40.
It's like that big.
it? A Lindt one.
You know what? That's actually a good price. For
Fuck
Lindt.
no.
What, for Lindt? Are you
Fuck,
serious?
to pay for fucking chocolate,
Mate,
$40.
bloody hell. Mate, you
Not
know,
a fucking
this
chance
is the best one,
there.
the best quality
Yeah.
chocolate.
I don't care. $40 for chocolate.
Beautiful.
Come on, there.
You got to see like
Hey,
the
chocolate's
the
not
box
cheap.
of
I don't
that.
care.
I'm telling
I
you,
don't eat
Chocolate's
it.
not cheap.
I don't eat it.
Snits Northland.
Yes.
Now, what we're going to do, right? If you become a subscriber
To
of
both channels.
you get 17% off. But if
See?
you become a member,
Correct.
how much you get?
25% off.
Drizzling, go, you
beauty.
beauty. So we're going to get that. So
we should change it to Fisher, you beauty.
Zero cricket.
We can,
Cricket's,
we can talk about later. Let's have a look at these members.
Yes. Members.
Well, let's have a look.
These items.
Oh, first of all, let's have a look at this.
Yeah.
Lucky,
The basic
lucky
instinct, keep it simple and fresh with the basic instinct, $10.90.
I'm
Next.
naming that the Ollie Hollands now.
Basic instinct, yeah.
Yeah, mate, that's the Ollie Hollands.
I like that. I like
The
that.
Aussie burger.
Or the Holland, as
That's
you
the
call
Lockie
him.
Cowan. Straight out of Tassie, the
No,
Aussie combine.
That's a straight Ocker burger.
all the
like an
favourites.
Ocker.
Who is the
of an
Aussie
Aussie
burger?
Cowan, you can have it.
Lockie
You can
Cowan.
have it.
Cowan.
He's the dirty Aussie Ocker. I
He's
love
like
it.
a real,
like a true blue Aussie.
Who's the most Australian?
It'd have to be him.
in our team.
Biggest in our team.
Yeah.
Matt Kennedy. You see, have you heard the way he talks?
Yeah, no, he is, but he doesn't look it.
Nah, you want a real Ock. He just looks
someone
like a
that
true blue
you're
Ock.
on Australian.
Is
We
it
haven't really got it.
blonde hair,
I think
blue
as soon
eyes?
as you come in, he just automatic. Even Dean Rice was a big Australian.
Yeah, he's
as soon
Ock.
as he come in, honourable.
O'Brien looks like a knock.
Yeah.
Did you put in the Medellin?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, we're all over.
You're
the place.
more. You're more.
No, I
You can
just-
have a little bit
You
more.
know, I could smell it, but I didn't see you do it.
Buona Pasqua.
Buona Pasqua.
Buona Pasqua
yeah.
da tutti,
E
da
Cendana.
tutti noi. Da tutti noi.
I haven't had alcohol in a while. I think I put a lot in that.
Well, you did put a lot in mine.
Anyway,
That's
just.
beautiful.
I need some. Have we got aqua?
No, I hope you die.
Did we have a look at the last burger there?
Oh, nah. Sorry.
The plain and simple.
Wow.
Yeah,
who's that?
the plain and simple, which isn't so plain and simple.
Who's the plain and simple? We said it. Newman.
Oh yeah, Newman.
Newman's a plain and simple.
Hello, Newman.
Newman.
All right, so we've got Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
Now we've got the Australian one.
Ocker. Cowan.
It's Cowan.
Cowan. What do they say? Coo.
Moo, you
moo.
fucking you malacca.
Because a cow.
It's pretty dead.
That's unreal.
I mean, like, yeah, fair enough. I was just listening to it, like, it's pretty dead. It's so
Hey,
Australian.
to get that 25% off.
Yeah, we already said it. You gotta be a sub to the Jumper Punch, a member of the Jumper Punch.
So which member are we going to be first?
I don't know. You can be you.
What is the first one?
Nah,
It's the Mars, $3.99.
Let's do it.
Fucking hell, God. Join the Jumper Punch to win a hamper worth up to $500. Well, we'll put an
I'm telling
asterisk
you,
on that.
it's
It's
more,
worth
man.
more because there's a Buzzy sign
I'm just
poster.
gonna edit that.
The hamper includes...
Could be like
What the hamper includes?
$8,000 or something.
What the hamper includes? Can you play that again?
Oh, it came off.
Hamper includes a signed Guernsey,
Yeah.
vouchers to popular stores and more, and you'll only get the code if you become a member, and you get early access to new videos.
And
as
you
well.
get the Bazasto sign poster.
Correct, which,
That's what I'm saying. That could be worth thousands.
So that's $3.99. The next one is $7.99.
What?
The Rocco.
Millions.
You get all of that.
So if you get the
Plus,
Rocco,
you
could be
get
millions.
When are we drawing this?
you get a chance to join us on the couch this year. A chance to join us doesn't mean you are going to join us. You get a chance to
So
join us.
nobody's joining.
You also go into the draw to try and beat Ange Chris to win a kicking top.
So I reckon that's going to happen in a couple of
accuracy
weeks.
and furthest kick.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
There's going to be two.
And both
There might even be
competitions,
like a dribble one.
they'll be drawn live on the show.
Great.
okay?
There might be a dribble,
one, like what they did at half time.
We're going to do that. And Mark Murphy done his
Did you?
hamstring.
That's really funny.
Did he?
He did his hamstrings.
No way.
Kicked a nice
two-
goal though from
he-
the
It's
boundary.
the most he's done in a while. Like,
He did a hamstring at game 295. I don't know how he got the 300. Nah, he's a star, Murphy. We love him. Murphy. What about if we join the Paolo?
The Paolo. What happens if you join the Paolo? You look like Hezbollah in that photo there. It's what you get with the Mars and Rocco. Plus, you will get the chance to join the Jumper Punch. And you will get the chance to join us for one of those Legend of the Jumper Punch interviews.
So what you're going to do is you are going to send us an email at this address.
Yes, here we go.
And also, if you want to be a part of it, but make sure you get in contact, because only one of the Paolos have got in contact with us. How am I supposed to?
Peter Vlahos?
No.
Who got in contact with us?
Yes.
It was Vlahos.
Yeah, it was Vlahos.
Yesterday, Peter.
Yeah.
Ella.
Now, how am I supposed to tell you where the interviews are? You missed out on coming this week. You
Good
missed
interview
out.
too.
It was a good one, this one.
Yeah.
Hey?
Don't be
And if you do miss out on one of them, we'll make sure we.
No, we'll get
try
you.
and-
You'll definitely
Yeah,
get one,
exactly.
but send us the email.
Correct,
Send us
correct.
the email.
You get one minimum. If there's only
Correct.
like 5 members
I'll
of
be
that, you get one
You get one
minimum.
minimum, because I'm telling
Oh, yeah.
you, I'll
Come
send
to
you the
multiple.
email every time.
Yeah.
Unless it's like at his house. Then, unfortunately, like like I get Dul and Dul says come over his house, you're not coming. I'm telling you, it'll be me and Dul. That's it, and Vince. And Vince, I'm telling you, is a star, man. Vince is the one.
He is, I know.
He's the one who does all this work, so we love.
He's the
Vince.
hero behind
No,
the
you should
scenes.
just take credit for it. Fuck it.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
'Cause I know how hard he works
Just
together.
be a dog and just do it.
No, I can't. But you know,
There's a lot of people that do that in life.
yeah.
Hey, Ferb.
There's a few we.
No, I don't do that. I'm just
Nah.
saying they just put their hand up. Yeah, I did that. No, you didn't, mate.
Hey, who else is our number one ticket holder? Marino Brothers.
Marino Brothers. How are
Hey.
they going, by the way?
They're
They're
good.
going grouse,
Yeah,
man.
so what do you do?
60
If you spend
I
$60
think
or more before midnight, you'll get your delivery the next
Next
day,
day.
free of charge, right to your door, right to your doorstep,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you've got a doorstep.
Yeah.
If not, they'll just knock on the door, open
Maybe
the door,
they
and
just
they'll
walk
let you
straight in.
I think they do. They just go straight in and they leave it on your counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Take
leave it
a
on
couple
your
of
counter.
bucks with them too.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then Top Dog Liquor is proud supporter and sponsor.
Wait, say that again. Run it
A
again.
proud sponsor
I beg your pardon,
of the Rose Range.
Top Dog Liquor.
Proud supporter.
And what about this bloke here? North Seafood.
Bar and Grill. We were back there again this
We're
week.
back there. And I was there for Saturday because I had my Easter.
Oh, did you have Easter there?
Yeah, I had Easter
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Nice.
May as well live there now.
Oh, no,
We may as well.
Funding the shop.
Why don't we put the Jumper Punch PO box outside of Ange's?
Yeah.
we should.
Ange's place.
No, we should. No, top food, man. So here's another one. He's a sponsor of our Legends of the Jumper Punch.
How
And
good
this
are our
week-
food sponsors, by the way?
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you got
quality.
whatever you want. It's quality food, mate.
Mate.
It's quality food and drinks from start to end.
People think like we schnitz as well. Oh, it's just takeaway.
Nah,
Mate,
it's pretty good. It's pretty up.
It's
It's,
one that-
really
it's
good.
As far as like franchise takeaway goes,
Oh, no,
it's
it's pretty
right
good.
up the top.
That's nice
As
too.
far as like healthy food.
You don't feel like crap
I've got
after
a
it.
friend of mine. She is a very, 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 very like you know how they are. They're fussy. They're just fussy with. Oh no, I don't want to go here. Oh no, the chips are no good here. Oh no. Just loves it there.
Yes, it's got everything.
Oh,
Come on,
man,
man.
as
The
soon-
salads are
as soon
fresh.
as you hear that, it's just a pen job. You get the biggest, fattest Sharpie you can and straight pen job and never send a message to her again, mate. Because you know you can't go anywhere.
No, that's hard. When the girls don't
What's
like...
hard?
Well, what is hard is when they're very fussy about what they eat.
Sorry, apologies.
Very fussy when they eat. It's very
gracious
difficult.
me.
You got to make them happy.
Boy.
But when your girlfriend, missus, friend, they just they like anything, it makes life a little bit easier. Hey, listen.
It's like one of our mates, you know, when Dayhar just gives the eye roll, just goes,
Oh, the Simon Zara.
Yeah.
The Simon Zara.
like, gives one of those ones.
Oh, he doesn't like that one.
No, he just can't stand, like, people like that.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just
I
eat
hate
there.
Shut up, shut your gob
Just
and
eat
eat.
there.
Manya. Hey,
Remember how
listen.
fussy I used to be when I was young with my food? Mate, I never used to have
The guy
soup.
doesn't eat fruit.
The worst, man.
One thing.
The
One
worst.
thing. Mate, I wouldn't even have the sulg on
Nah,
the pasta.
nah.
Nonna had to do the white
do you
sauce
have?
for
Just
me.
like
the white sauce, like
Just
from the Janello,
weak.
from the meat.
Was weak.
Yeah.
He was weak.
I
Wouldn't have...
wouldn't even have sauce with my nuggets. It was bad, man.
Imagine,
All-
I used
all
to have
would eat-
rape when I come out of the womb.
All I- Chimney Scusa, do you want formula Marcella? No, give him chimney.
Far out, man. I miss that. That's actually one thing I do. I don't miss any takeaway food. I actually miss a nice, like a little bit of rape because I haven't eaten it. That'll be one of the first ones.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But anyway,
this is fucking a food review.
No, what the thing is, like, I
Gennaro
find that
and fucking-
unusual because when I was a kid, mate, whatever was on the table, you'd eat.
but it's different.
And you know, people go, "Oh, that's true." Like, what are we eating? You walk in, that's what
you know
you're eating
why?
tonight.
Because nowadays we're entitled, so
Yeah,
we
of
can
course.
eat
We
whatever
are,
we
yeah.
want. Back
Yeah.
then, you just eat the dust
Now
on the
they want
floor.
you to eat, don't they? Aren't they like getting rid of meat? They want you to eat like bugs, like bug protein and like
What,
bugs
soy?
with like like bug meat or something like that.
Come on, man.
What'd you have tonight? A
Bug
cockroach.
bat loaf.
Like cockroach. Anyway, let's move right along.
I've eaten the grasshopper.
Blue Sunday and Forever Rivals.
Yeah. So with Blue Sunday.
Peter Brown, on your brownie, get one up, your brownie.
Let's have a look at this.
Just a quick question, and I know that you guys want to move on, but just a quick question. I'll just throw it out there. I'm not a big fan of long-term contracts with young players that have a breakout year, and then all of a sudden they get these long-term contracts, and you hardly see them the rest of their careers. Now I know that's harsh, but by gee, there's not too many that haven't been able to suggest that I'm wrong. Even our own Anthony Koutafidis, when they put him on a long-term contract, we didn't get a lot of service out of him.
Straight into one of our favourite sons.
And Brodie Grundy, the same thing. They did it at Collingwood. And where is he now? He's at Melbourne, for goodness sake. And Collingwood's paying his wages. So I'm just throwing it out there. But
it's a fair point.
That's the kind of stuff you're going to get on Blue Sunday,
that's
mate.
What I say.
Matey, you attacked one of our favourite sons, right? Who do you take? So that's what you'll get from that was last week that's what you'll get from Brownie.
It's just honesty, I guess. It's just what
Forever Rivals. Yeah. Is Manny still in his shell, or is he like what's happened with Manny? Poor Manny.
Well, you want to have a look?
Okay, well, we're going to have to, aren't we? Goodness gracious me.
Seriously, Manny, come on, man. Who are you going to put?
You've relegated into the bottom now.
On the two big forwards and Cameron, who are you going to put on them? Because they're the ones, I'm telling you, they're the ones that are going to... even Cameron is the one that's going to make it really hard for you, bro.
What's he do for work?
Because I'm telling you, he plays like he gets on a roll, man. How are you going to stop him? Who's the player that's going to stop him?
I don't think we can put anyone at the moment.
Name someone. Just say you're the coach. Who would you put in there?
I told you. I said that at the start of the show. I'd love to get that bloke from that we lend over to Melbourne.
Seriously, who are you going to put in there? Who are you going to put on Cameron?
It's hard to say.
Look at Mark.
You don't know.
Well, I'm just, I'm lost for words at the moment.
All right, then name two of your defenders. And don't add more. Take out more. Just add. You think that after I gave it to you last week that you'd even at least look at your team?
You've got a Collingwood flag in the back.
If you honestly think
a little defender are you going to put on Cameron?
Are you honestly believe
he's going to kick like 8 goals on you blokes?
You're not careful. Well, you know what? Let's
put Joffa on Charlie Cameron.
Well, you know what?
Hopeless, Manny. Hey, I was right.
Actual Manny.
We're gonna put up a photo now. We're gonna show
actual Manny.
What's his name?
Al. And you know who
Al McWigan.
You know does the voice.
It is Newman from
Seinfeld. Yeah.
Hello, Jerry. Hello, Newman.
We're going to put up everyone saw the photo. This is what Manny is. Nah, he's great value. He's great. He really does not know anything about his side, but it's so funny.
But he watches the games.
I think so. I don't know.
Nah, come on, man. Surely he does.
But you missed it. You know what he said there? Because I kept peppering him about who are you going to put on the forwards? Who are you going to put on the forward? Who are you going to put on Charlie Cameron? Who are you going to put on Charlie Cameron? He's going, it doesn't matter. And then he goes, I told you at the show, at the start of the show, we'll put that bloke we gave to Melbourne. Grundy, oh my God. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's an act. I don't know what it is.
I hope not.
Anyway,
I hope so.
So everyone get on there.
I hope it is. I hope it is an act.
Yeah.
I hope it is an act there. I hope not. I hope so.
Hey there, Manny.
It's got us in a trance.
Maybe Easter will flip him back the other way when
what is he? Is he Greek?
Yeah. Manny.
Well, I don't
got
know.
a message from
Sometimes
someone else later.
Oh, yes, correct.
I actually put it up. He's going, please.
It's not me. It's not me.
No, that's not me. All right.
That man, he hasn't called me on SEN lately. I want to hear from him. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's it. So make sure Blue Sunday, 8 p.m. on Sundays, and Forever Rivals, 7 p.m. on a Wednesday. Make sure you catch it tomorrow night, because guess what?
What are you guessing?
Well, I'm a winner. Mark will be a winner.
Manny's a loser.
Manny's a big loser. And I'm going to show you what he tried to scam everyone later on.
Oh, really?
You're gonna watch this. All right. But what are we here for?
3, 2, 1.
All right, we had a massive game. North Melbourne v Carlton. See, I put North Melbourne first this time.
Yes, correct, because it's our away game.
Yes, you're right. And it was 11-18, 84 to 16-11 to 107. Main goal kickers were Curnow 6, McKay 4, Mollop kick 2, La Bombers, and Zaha 3, and Stevenson.
Zerha.
Is it Stevenson?
Jaden Stevenson.
He kicked another 3. Yeah. So yeah, it was we'll get into the game. Have we got a journal?
Yeah. Hey. The journal has returned. This is going to get a good workout this week, just quietly.
Oh yeah. See, it does say funny in there, in that segment.
Funny.
Oh yeah.
F-A-R-N-Y.
Some people didn't read that word.
Not take it seriously.
No. Some people didn't read the funny bit.
Yeah, so people don't usually.
They just saw what they wanted.
Yeah.
Everyone sees what they want to see.
Anyway, North versus Carlton.
Blinkers.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? Versus.
Yeah, it's versus. What did I say?
Everyone says verse.
Oh, say good.
Versus.
Yeah, it's versus.
See, here you learn how to speak of the English.
Not verse. Yeah. It's not the verse of the song.
And when you put like a team v another team, it's VS another team.
VS dot.
VS dot. I learned that off you.
Yeah. But anyway.
Are we right here?
Quarter 1. Let's see who gets crucified today.
That's my rant.
Wiedering with a lovely pass to Harry and nails it to Curnow's chest. Pardon the pun. Should be a big day for these two. And Charlie goals 1-9.
Nice of Wiedering.
Great mark.
Nice of Wiedering.
Beautiful kick.
Use the pill. And say thank you very much, sir. Use the air conveyance with great effect.
Free kick to Harry, umpire. No, it's where he got got smashed in the face.
Did you see his eye after it?
But
how was that not a free kick?
I was the only one that went up in like the section I was sitting. I was losing it. I got up. I'm like, how is that not a free kick? Everyone's like, nah. And then they go look up on the scoreboard, and everyone boo like that. Yeah, he got
right in front of me.
He didn't say anything about it.
No, nothing. Just got up and got on with it.
He was like.
Yeah.
We had some pufferfish eyes, which we'll get onto. Cop one too.
Oh, and the Kmart to go, he gets a cheap free kick and goals. It was the exact same thing.
Oh, and it was
exact same.
And
he didn't even touch him. Didn't even touch him. And he kicks a goal. The Kmart to go is 8-9. Coming out of the back line, way too easy. Our back line. Charlie, tackle him, man. Why are you trying to bump him? He was in the middle of the ground, and instead of wrapping him up, he went for the hip and shoulder.
How many missed tackles did we?
Oh, Jesus. Here he is, the slippery gypsy that only puts $13 multis on himself. Stevenson snaps around the body and goes.
Every time we play him.
Asked Ahar about it. I said to him, he's the slippery one.
We play him.
He's the
Stevenson.
one. Always kills us.
He's always a small.
He's done nothing. It's like a Schultz.
Yeah.
He'll be the one. He's done nothing all year. Kick 3 or 4.
Shit.
Oh my God, Harry fumbles at trying to sell candy like Willy Wonka, or should I say Willy Wanker, and he goes 16-15.
Willy Wonka.
Not sure where our midfield is. The inability to apply forward pressure is absolutely disgusting. What a disgrace of a quarter of football.
It was pretty bad.
Pathetic.
It was pretty bad.
Quarter 2. Let's see the pattern of play this quarter. Let's see if we can improve. That's a filthy stiff arm on Chera from the Kmart to Goey. He put him into orbit.
Free kick.
Yeah, I love it.
No, it was a free
it's free kick, but it was a nice stiff
Yeah, it
arm.
was a
But he
nice
didn't
stiff
get
arm.
cited for it.
Yeah, it was stiff arm.
But you're going to say that about McKay? Yeah, that's right.
Motlop to the Kraken and goal, 22-22. O'Brien has been horribly blood up. He was bad.
He had a couple of friends.
There was like
They were playing Ring a Ring a Rose.
it was like
the worst.
there was like this passage of like 3 or 4 minutes where O'Brien, he couldn't do anything right. He kicked one out of bounds and then he deliberate and then he went to punch one where I'm like, what's going on here? Anyway. The most uninspiring footy I've seen from us all year. Maybe round one. 700k, I want it back, Chera. Kerno with a fantastic finish, 25-30.
Which God, he's
That's a lead you'd absolutely take. Silvani couldn't hit the side of a barn door. I'm stopping at the moment. I cannot be bothered. Quarter 3 starts. I'll start riding when this team starts to work harder for each other.
Good.
So I elected, and then obviously the afterburners
They heard
came
you.
on. Absolutely stupid by Wiedering though to leave his man. So I understand what he was doing, but he went too late, and then the Kmart to go his stiff arms again and
Should have been a
goals.
free kick to Doherty.
Yeah.
Again. Got him,
But it did
got
get
him
him
right
right,
on the...
didn't it?
Yes, it did. Got him right on the jaw. Go watch the replay.
Yeah.
Got him right on the jaw.
Hannah Orville would be
Again.
proud of you. Cheater. Silvani, here we go to cement next week's place with a goal. Absolutely shanks it. Mackay marks it.
Good mark. Was pushing the
It
ball.
was, yeah.
Who? Which one? Silvani's one. Yeah, it's the biggest push in the back you'll ever see.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't even the like.
No.
Like the
just
like your
out.
arms are out.
Not
It was the double action.
Yeah.
It was the double action.
Goals 46-43. Motlop spliffs one from 50 for the A-Town.
That was-
a
Yeah, he
big
gave a bit of
bomber.
the, like,
Yeah,
he
the
did the
A-Town. He
old
did
back
LA.
end.
He
Yeah,
did
he did.
LA. But I thought he should have done that one for the A-Town. A-Town is Alice Springs. That's what they call it, yeah? 46-49. Durden from 35 and kicks a goal.
Nice set shot. Yeah,
46-55.
has to kick that. And
We're
he did.
sweating on the turnovers here, and this is beautiful. Got to capitalise here, and McKay around the body, and goals from 40. You knew
But that's
that
where
one
you
was.
want him from.
But you knew that one was coming.
Yeah.
You knew it, yeah.
Because you know he's got to kick through it.
Yeah.
But he did
46-61.
one later on. Muskie Vet.
And now it's time to kick away after North not taking their opportunities. This is the quarter I expected. Quarter 4, looks like we can go and sing a couple of Petty Macs. Should be nearly 10 goals from here. At that point, it was nearly like 40
It's 46
points.
points.
46 points at
We'll
one
get to
stage.
40 or 46?
46.
40, that's disgusting. Couple of players getting some junk time stats here. Disappointed to let them back in the game, make it respectable, and only win by 23 points. The way we finished off was, kill us in the rack, but absolutely
Finished
poor.
off poorly.
Yeah. Man, that was
I
a
know not to
journey.
harp on the negatives, but there was one passage of play where North
I
kicked the
think I
goal
know.
from half
Yep.
back all
Yep.
the way to about 20 metres out. We missed about 10 tackles.
Yeah, one armed and just, nah.
So, let's have a look at some stats.
I thought there was some interesting ones in here.
So inside 50s almost equal. That's been a real interesting number.
For me, that is.
We haven't dominated.
We haven't
that
won
number
any
all
this year. We haven't won one this year,
which is really interesting. So clearances, they killed us.
That was the most interesting one. And plus 10, which is big.
Yeah.
That's big. And then you've got clearances too, man. That's 41-30.
Yeah.
Marked inside 50.
So centre clearances were pretty even.
Yeah.
But
the
stoppage clearances, they hurt us. And then
the tackles, they had more of the ball, so you'd expect to have a little bit more tackles.
But clearances are still 41-30.
Yeah, that's overall.
Overall.
Yeah, that's So
stoppage clearances is where
the interesting ones with it. It's still going inside forward. The teams have beaten us
and they had to make moves around the stage. They took Hewitt off the ball, threw him down to half back.
And they did. And what happened was, I said that when I went away half time, I come back, I was saying to Dylan, I was going, mate, I want to see what they're going to do here.
Things need to happen. Just little moves need to happen.
Something. And they did. They moved a few people around and they changed it and they came out strong in that But if you watch that first half and forget about the scores,
you would have thought North were leading by 4 or 5 goals.
They were smashing us.
Their midfield, I'm telling you, when we were watching it, I'm like, they got Dean Cox out there, Chris Judd, Kerr and Cousins. Like seriously, they were molesting us.
Yeah, but why?
They were just, I don't know, it wasn't first
Why?
use, but...
It was, you know what, and you knew they were going to be up for the fight.
Yeah, no, but what did I say? What did we say last week? They're going to come out from the first
So
quarter.
what I say
They
that
have
first
to.
half, right? What do good teams do when they're not on top? They absorb.
They absorb all the pressure, yeah. I thought we did that well.
No, we did do that. But again,
We're not controlling the source. We're not controlling that initial
we're getting
contest.
beaten again.
And that's-
and
is
The
this
initial
what-
contest.
But
is
isn't
where
that our
we're-
one wood?
I was going to say
should
that's
be.
our strongest, like I said, apart from the two.
But there
big
are
boys.
two
But
blokes
that's a
missing.
po-
There
that's
are
what-
two
yeah, I
blokes
know,
missing from there that are huge.
Walsh and
but-
Kennedy.
Mate.
But
yes,
You cannot underestimate
no.
that.
yes, but they smashed us.
But that, and this is also a positive.
Yeah,
though.
for the first half, they had the better of us.
But this
definitely.
is
For the
how
first half and the last bit of the game, you know, so really for about a quarter.
we put the acid on them.
We really controlled it, right? And we weren't really controlling it right in the middle of it.
And
I still think, even though the contest was not ideal in the first quarter, I still think our downfall was our lack of intent to move the ball
forward.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That was our bigger downfall.
But it started from the contest. We were getting smashed straight away from the contest, man.
Yeah.
The way we weren't setting up properly. If you look at
Bossy said it. He goes, we didn't have the ground set up right. You know,
you could see it though. You could actually see it.
And they changed the boat.
Well, they had to.
And they did something about it.
I think the tone changed as well. I know after half time, and you know all the goals came, but Cripps because he was una merda. Him, Hewitt, the whole midfield was non-existent for a half a footy. Yeah. It was like we
had to change it up.
Yeah.
He got 2 in the first 10 seconds, and then he got 7 for the rest of the half or something.
Fisher went in there, Doherty went in there. They all had to move on the ball. You know,
my biggest gripe is still Chera. With Hewitt out,
he should be doing a bit more.
It's like giving me something. Give me
his
something
class. He should be more close. He should be kicking goals too.
And this
he had some big clearances though when we needed them.
He did.
Yeah, in the second half.
Yeah. But also, one of my biggest gripes this year is our midfield is not kicking any goals.
No,
we're not getting any scoreboard.
You know why?
Penetration.
I think that is? Because
we're setting up.
The problem is that we don't have the rotations at the
with
moment
Sam Walsh and Kennedy. Yeah,
look, that's the issue.
Sam Walsh Kennedy going to be huge.
I know that. How many times? Can
and Akers was a big miss too.
You
because
watch.
We had the Skivets of O'Brien.
But once Walsh and Kennedy come in, Cripps' goal tally will go up.
Yeah,
but it's not just Cripps though.
Yeah, Chera.
It's all of them. They all have
that goal, that set shot from 40. He could have. I had him penciled in because it's a beautiful set shot, and he's missed it.
Hewitt's been down since he's come back.
Hewitt wasn't great in the midfield, but then he got shifted back to half back. Yeah, he got shifted.
But why did he get shifted? I know
because he wasn't playing great,
right?
And he was just trying to get some.
But look, I have complete confidence in Hewitt to come back. You know. Look, the midfield. But you're right.
They need to get better.
Yeah, they do need to get better.
Well, they need to get better. That mix that they were using. They used Curnow, Fisher, Doherty.
They threw everyone in there. Everyone got
they threw
in
Hollands in there.
That's good in a way.
Yeah, I saw him go in the middle.
That's good in a way.
No, it's good, but it's against lesser opposition.
Yeah.
And even like Cunnington was poor as well.
Yeah, he's
finished.
Yeah.
Maybe finished, but like
I must admit, like I think people are
they're underestimating North as well.
Exactly.
North played actually. I expected them to come out and go, okay, they're going to come out firing, but we'll take their best shot, and then second quarter hit them, but. We probably took their best shot for a full half of footy and then put the acid
on. And what do we kept
did.
saying? And it's not rocket science. And this is what happens when you watch the game with intent and you actually watch the game from start to finish and really analyse it. The first couple of weeks, what has been our downfall? Slow ball movement. Always. What did Voss say in the press conference after the game? First half I thought we didn't have a lot of intent or dare or movement with the ball.
But the thing is, it shouldn't take you to be down or close in a game every time.
Yeah.
But to wake up and go,
you've got to pick your moments.
Yeah, I understand that.
So
there are moments.
There was definitely slow ball movement.
Get Sard and McGovern on the ball more.
Yeah. But
see what Wiedering did on the weekend. Didn't target Doherty.
No. Yeah.
But get your best.
You're
ball
saying,
movers.
of course, there was slow ball movement in that first half.
Yes,
but we were getting beaten in like the heart of the contest.
Yes, at the source.
So that's the reason, isn't it? We're getting beaten there, and all of a sudden our ball movement really slows down. Look, if we could control that and win that, I think that's when our ball movement starts to go quicker. But as soon as we get punished by because we were punished, and the Richmond game was the same, you know what I mean? We're not controlling that centre and we look really slow. All of a sudden we slow down, we go down the line. But in that third quarter, we started to really start. I think we won that.
Yeah, well, the issue for us is that, and I think we know that our little bit of a deficiency is trying to move the ball from defensive 50 to forward 50, which it actually wasn't on the weekend.
No, it was
we
actually
actually
not bad,
scored
yeah.
a record amount of points from kicking.
Oh, bro, I saw the stat come up. I'm like,
you see that?
I know.
I looked at it, I'm like, nah, that's wrong. I'm like, that's surely wrong.
It's funny how during the week all the media was saying, can't move the ball from the back line, and we scored a record.
You know what was funny? Yeah. There was, I think it might have been, was it the third quarter?
Yeah.
We were kicking down to the...
North cheer squad or our cheer squad?
To the North cheer squad. It was the third quarter or the last?
No,
the last quarter, right? Last quarter. And we went up the middle from a kick-in.
Yeah.
I got up and applauded like that.
Andy Gray. Well, I'm applauding.
I couldn't believe
That's
it.
genius. That is genius.
I mean, like, the game at that point was like, I'm like, thinking in my head too, I'm like, they put the Q in the rack North, they're probably going, whatever. But I'm like, that's what you have to do sometimes. I'm like, not always the other day. You had that, there's always that player there. Doherty is always there for
the right time to take it. And this is the thing, is that when we lose, and what I was looking at half time, and I tweeted him for that. I tweeted at half time. I thought our issue was not being able to exactly.
You're a tweeter.
Correct. I thought our issue was, one, not controlling the contest and gaining field territory and locking it in our front half. The moment we started to do that, because the ball in the third term was just played in our front half. Yeah. And what happens when that occurs?
It was like 70%
all these shots at goal. Defensively, you set the ground up. You've got your wall set up at the centre line.
Yep.
So they can't breach that centre line. Once Carlton gets that set up in its front half, it's game over. It's game over. But that all comes down to what you were saying, control the contest. Yeah. But when you're not controlling the contest, my bugbear is that when we get that ball from D50, we're not pinging quick enough.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too slow.
You can still move the ball slowly, but with intent.
Of course.
And the best teams slow it down, but are still able to score when they slow it down.
Yeah.
That's what Geelong did amazingly well last season.
Yeah. Also, Melbourne can do that quite well.
The best teams do that. Yeah. And what I do like is that we are finding different ways to win.
No, we are.
Whether that's by hook or by crook, it's not by... Sometimes it's not by design, but sometimes it is.
Yep. I was saying that we've actually... To me, it looks like we're learning every week.
We haven't played... And this is what we always say, you don't want to play your best footy.
No,
you want to build into it. But we haven't played anywhere near our best.
And that's good.
Nowhere
it's been
near.
a 6.5 out of 10. So
nowhere near our best. We're just getting the W's, which is great.
The standards are increasing. That's
and as I said, and to me, like, we're learning. Every week we kind of like... And I expect next week, the way we've been going, I expect next week, if we're up at the end, I expect to finish them off because they keep learning every week. I want to see a progression.
It's been different scenarios every week, hasn't it?
Let's have a look at a couple of little highlights while we're here. We might as well have a look at this and talk about these. Let's have a look at this one. We'll look at a couple. This is how we were... They were setting up front and centre beautifully too. That was Turner to Stevens.
Again, you can't trail your man hitting a contest by 5 metres.
Yeah. And he was doing that beautifully, and that's how they were controlling a lot of that. Those
ground ball gets
100%. Yeah. Have a look at this one. Here's another one. Just let him run through the middle. There was no real pressure on him. Free man up the front, easy. Bang, and he goes back and kicks a goal. And this was all happening in the first half, and this was our issue. Here's another one again.
Yeah, this is shocking from... Look, how do you get free at the stoppage like this?
Look at this.
That's unforgivable.
And
you can't make stoppage goals inside 50 are a coach nightmare.
They're a sin.
They're a coach's nightmare.
It also is easier to lose your man because you're coming through
I understand.
But you can't.
But I even saw like O'Brien, I'm not saying that's his fault, but even his little attempt trying to like put him off was a little bit...
Should never have been free though.
Nah, never.
That's the problem.
They're not one of those players too. No. They're probably the most dangerous players in that, scenario.
I think he's another one.
Yeah. This I know the exact one.
Look at this.
See how they come through the front too?
Yeah.
It's a good kick too.
Yeah. And then
Look, that's all okay from us. Like, the press is okay. For mine, again, the issue is, where does it start from?
Middle.
No, and that's why I kind of like showed that and saying how easy.
Can you just replay that again, please? Just pause it for a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Not great, is it?
Probably
not great. Look, we are all defensive side, but Pitternet just gets outnumbered.
He gets outnumbered. They get the free ball out, and that was it.
It's not good enough. Not good enough.
I think Kerno tried to sweat on that ball coming out and getting the ball.
And then they get a bit lucky here. Like, I mean, it's
and that
you
last
make your
bit
own
there,
luck.
Cowan gets blocked. He gets away, and
you make your own luck because you win the clearance.
But it was happening way too often. So now we come into the third quarter and we go, right, and this was the goal, I think.
We got to go to work.
This was a huge goal.
We had to go to work. Well, don't forget, they kicked the first goal of the third.
That's right.
Well, wait, just before we play this, I just want to see, because in that third quarter, they had a lot of attempts too.
They did. What did they get up to, like 6-11?
I think they had
6-12.
They had like something like, I'll tell you, sorry. So that third quarter, they kicked 1 goal 4.
Yep.
I mean, to our 6 goals 1.
Yeah.
You know?
They were accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you go through this.
No, this goal here, like, first of all...
good poise from O'Brien here.
The first one was a shit kick, but then the second one he made up for it. And this was important.
Yeah. It's a great goal. Did you think he had that in him?
No.
I didn't think so, no.
No. Not that.
I did you?
Yeah. No. I said he could kick this. I genuinely, next to my brother, I'm like, he can kick this.
And
he can kick this.
And he did, and it was huge, and it got us going.
Yeah, it was a big goal, that one. Because what was the score then? That was, we were down?
We were down, and we hit the front.
Yeah.
That hit the front, and then we continued on. So then the next one is...
This is where we cause a turnover.
Yep.
We get out and again, this is Carlton's forte. Front half turnovers, and we kill them.
Every time I see Durden,
but that's the AFL.
I keep thinking that's what should have happened against Collingwood.
But that's the AFL nowadays. You sweat on that forward half turnover, and you know you can punish teams going the other way.
We've got the big boys. What about this one? This one's a nice one too.
Yep.
That's good.
I thought he was out here. I thought he was.
But the good bit is he got back up.
Yeah,
look,
he went
got
again.
back up, bang. You know what I mean? And then, like, the ball's there.
Get a bit of luck.
Bit of luck. He falls on his back. And the problem for North was, with Kerno, is they were panicking.
Yeah.
Correct.
They were panicking with him. Yeah. So he got a few, but they were all there.
Yeah.
They were all there.
Yeah.
What about this one?
Look at this from Cripps.
This
is enormous from Cripps. Look at him. Look at him here. Look at him here. Look at the way he gets possession here. Bang! Just bounces off him.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And then it was
beautiful hit
nice.
up from Honey.
TDK, gets a bit of a push, whatever, gets the 50. But regardless, it was the way they
50-50. That's a 50.
Personally, at the ground, I thought that was a bit stiff.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, if you look at it in slow time, you go, it's 50. But if that's against Carlton, I'm telling you, because
it kind of happened in the play, you know.
But when you know you're not going to get, you can't push them.
Yeah.
As soon as they take the mark and you push, done.
Correct.
We got our one of our new favourite players here. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah, this is great.
Ollie Hollins. This was his only centre bounce attendance, and he got a clearance, and we kicked the goal from it.
And here we go.
Yeah, I jumped on.
There's another week. There's another week in the team.
Yeah, cemented it.
Another stroke in the record book.
Yeah, so he was. But then this is becoming a bit familiar every week. And
I think he looks for him now. I really think.
I think so.
Look for him just quietly.
No, this one here. Yeah. Here we go.
That's the best thing Fisher did all day.
I thought we butchered this here.
We did, but then Kerno, look at this, and then you got...
You can't stop him. Even Goldstein's like... Goldstein's like...
Well, they did those...
But even, what's his name, the coach, Alistair Clarkson said, when you got the two tall timbers up the front, you know, like...
And they're two best forwards in the comp.
What'd they say? Well, North supporters were saying, if we had Ben Mackay and Griffin Logue...
Nah.
Like what Harry said post-game, he goes, if my brother played, we would have kicked 15 between us.
They probably would have kicked maybe 1 or 2 less goals. But that's what I expected. I said 10 goals between them I want. That's what I want.
I think we all said it between 8 and 10.
You got to have. You got to have 10. And the last one.
And then this last one, just to show you, like this was at the end, right? Now we've just won by 23 points. We're on top of the ladder. It's like they felt what we felt.
Yeah.
Exhaustion.
Can you see that? Like, look, not one of them is celebrating. It's just
as you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But you can celebrate it, but
No,
you
but
don't have to over-celebrate.
Is that good? That's good.
Yeah, good.
I like
It's
that.
just stepping stones. It's just another step.
I like it. It's like, all right, we won.
Yeah.
We should have done a little bit better.
It's not like you're a young team and you get you know you're going to only win maybe 3 or 4 for the year, and they're the
That was almost,
mentality.
I got the most out of that game was at the end they all sat there and said, you know what, this is good, we'll take it, but we've got scope, you know, to learn more and get better, you know, week in, week out.
I'm going to read this out, actually. This is the Bachi. The Bachi...
the little one-liners in there.
Being loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone gives you courage.
It gives you strength by loving someone gives you courage. It's true, or they can give you blood.
Or in Italian,
or headaches.
Essere amati ci rende forti, amare ci rende coraggiosi. There you go.
Yeah.
One for the ladies out there.
I'm going to change that.
You don't.
Loving someone can give you happiness. No, being loved by someone will give you happiness. Loving someone can give you such agido sometimes.
Oh, you know, I specifically watched one person on the weekend. I just close eye on him.
Who?
It was everyone's favourite now, all growing to be Hollands.
Yeah.
I just watched him. If you watch, I was just watching him. It's just like he was on a tram line, just going up and down. He's like you on the train line, just up and down, up and down. And there was one bit of, I think it was in the last quarter, where he never got the ball, but he just his will and his drive to get to the next 16-1.
16Ks.
Yeah, and get to the next contest. And the next contest, and then he pushed up, and then he couldn't get him. But he's like, "You never gone off." You know when those players go, "Oh fuck, well I'm not going to get the ball now." He just, I'm going to go again to the next one. He's like blinkers on. All he saw was football or his man. And
Oliver Hollands. Oliver Hollands. Up and down the wing, hear the baggers sing. Oliver Hollands.
And also, Cowan.
Cowan, yeah.
Put his head in the hole probably 2 or 3 times when he had to. When it was his time, he went. So you already have ticks.
Yep,
and he can use the football too.
And if you see Hollands, you go, he's not the most talented.
Nah, but he can kick a football.
No, he can, but I'm saying he's not the most talented.
Yeah. But
Isn't he?
But are you sure?
Based on what?
He's the most talented.
Well,
he's the most talented.
No, maybe.
But what's your
most talented?
No, but what's your talent criteria?
He's in front of Walsh. He's in
Depends how
front.
you
No, but that's
talent.
it's a different position.
No, but what I'm saying is he's not the most
I know
talented.
what you mean.
Yeah,
Right?
I know what you mean.
I personally,
He's the most talented in our. He's more talented than Curnow.
well, it's a different position.
It doesn't matter.
Requires different
Again,
craft.
he's not the most talented.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But
It doesn't look good.
Huh?
Doesn't look good.
What?
Like what he does.
No, I'm just saying he's not the most talented. Again, 8 times I've tried to say this without
I know what you're saying.
He's not the most talented,
I know
but
what
his
you're saying.
work rate is second to none.
Crazy good.
correct?
Yeah.
And
But at least he can use a football.
He could definitely use.
I don't care what anyone. As long as you can use a football, you're in my side every day of the week.
All right. So what does this say about someone like Dow, for example?
Nah, you're out of my. You never. Don't even mention.
No. But what I'm saying is.
Don't mention.
The amount of work this Holland does, he puts himself in the position. Greg Williams used to say, I'm not saying he's the Greg Williams type. Greg Williams used to say, my theory is if I get to like 40 contests, I'll get 20.
Yeah.
So the more I get to, the more chance I do.
That's his.
And that's what he
Holland's
does.
theory.
Holland's theory, and he just keeps on running and running.
Well, the
players that do
coaches
that.
were saying that in the off season that his ability to not just get to contest, but the way the angles and
He
running
runs,
patterns with which he attacks the contest at a
He's got
second
good
to none.
hips.
No,
Got good hips, man.
And you know what else
he can
he
come
does?
through tackles.
He takes that kick sometimes, man, when he has to.
Well, when he gets the ball, that's what a winger has to do, and good. At least he's not
What
scared.
do we keep saying? Just because they're 18, it
doesn't mean anything.
How many people are saying, he shouldn't play, he shouldn't play, Why are we playing him?
If you play shit, you'll cop it. And
I don't think you can at a young age absolutely drill them.
No, but you can let them know.
Doesn't mean that you can't
They're still
play.
going to learn a little bit, but
Yeah.
you're right. And these days, when they get into that team, man, they're ready.
What am I? I've
They're
always
ready,
been
mate.
adamant.
It's not like the old days. They're ready, mate.
you're
They've
right.
been trained and
the
ready
amount
for
that
this.
you get out of a new draftee on $100,000 a year, I'm telling you, is worth way more than paying a guy with 700, 800. Yeah, but it's true. It's so true. That's
always say, pay your own talent.
Go
mate.
back to the draft.
Yeah.
Pay your own
That's
talent.
how it should be. It should be an internal achievement.
That's why recruits are just like cherries on top of the cake. That's it. You're just adding them to add a little bit more.
the end,
if you got cap space. If you don't, who cares?
It's
You got your
literally
own.
the cherry on top. It's not the meat. It should never be the meat.
To me, it's finishing off the side.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you've got it, and then, like, oh, we needed the win. You know, we need a
It's
win.
like Buddy. He's gone there. He hasn't won shit.
No, he's won nothing.
Exactly.
Dangerfield won one.
At the end.
But he won one. But it's, sometimes it doesn't always work out. And most often than not, it doesn't work out.
The core of their group are all drafted players.
And you know what's good? You know what I did like is in the week that, because I don't know if anyone's addressed it, they probably haven't, or they have, is TDK.
What about him?
He signed for 2 years?
It's about to.
Well,
No, but he didn't sign.
well,
but
he
was
will.
about to. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
he will.
Yeah, no,
right?
perfect.
What's he going to be on? What, 400,000 or whatever it is?
6. About that.
And he's smart. He's signing for 2 years. Because
Well, he's doing what Mackay did.
It brings him up to a thing, which is fair enough, mate, because he's got to think of his future.
But as long as he's committed early in the season and not left it to the end.
Well, Mackay extended it for how long?
Yeah, for 5 years. 2027 or something.
Yeah, whatever, something like that. Mackay.
But it's if you can keep.
But initially he did it for the 2 years. Yeah.
But it's if you can keep those players together for long
Where's he
enough,
gonna
you will win something.
Where's he going to go?
No, but they do leave.
I know, but where's
They
he going to
leave.
go?
I thought maybe he would leave
Oh,
Yeah, my like when they start talking about he's put his contract
to the
talks
end
on
of the
hold
year.
on.
Usually,
But
you
whatever.
go. Yeah, but no, good on him. If he does
I
sign
reckon
it,
that's a
good.
bit of a kudos when they start saying that. I think that's more about. I think that's more about the managers and that trying to control the prices and that. But look, I'm wrapped, and you're right. Let's get
it's
this
like,
fixed
remember
up
Cripps?
straight.
It was
Yeah,
like
I
Cripps.
hated
We
it.
waited until fucking
I hated it.
mid-season.
I hated it.
And then it's always in your mind too as a player.
Everybody's mind, of course.
Because remember that year he was playing like shit.
Yep.
He played like shit the whole year, and then obviously once it's all done, come out next year and wins a Brownlow.
And he
It
wins the
means
Brownlow.
nothing, but to him it's a personal accolade. But just
No.
Was that the year he broke his back or something?
the year before, when he he
were
couldn't
banging
walk.
We did a Mike Tyson.
Well, if you're out there,
Yeah,
in
I know,
our
of
eyes,
course.
you're 100%,
If you're out there, you're fit,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Can we talk about, I want to talk about him. He's fallen off the face of the earth.
Who?
He's Zach Fisher.
Yeah, he had 28 touches.
So we could talk about him, and that's a good point to talk about Zach, because I've seen some comments going, "Oh, everyone, he got 28 possessions."
It's not about this.
It's not about the 28, because if I didn't see his possessions, I said
I was shocked when I saw
I didn't know.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know. It felt
Me
like
too.
he had like 6 touches.
Yeah, they were like 8 of them were. He had 6 and 8 were.
Unless they were like little handballs.
There was a couple who were.
But I was been analysing part. Like, what's like? Obviously, you know.
No tackles. There was a lot of times he just let players like run past him and that. Yeah, I didn't think it was a great game. You can get as many possessions as you want. I don't think it was.
I've
a good
seen
game.
people have like Tom
Well,
Mitchell.
McGovern had 27,
But he was
similar amount of touches.
Yeah, but he was
and
unreal.
The games were
completely polar opposites.
Yeah.
He was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Say
different
it.
positions,
Can I say
but
it? He's a bit soft, man. I'm telling you, he's a little bit soft, Fisher.
Fisher.
I know people are going to go, nah, I don't
Well, I was bringing him up last year.
I was too. He had a great year last year.
And I don't know.
This year he started really.
Has he not been? Is he in the position not playing? You know, I don't know.
I reckon he's
playing
been
in the right position.
4 out of 10
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Just being generous, yeah.
I haven't really liked this.
And you know what? The last 2 weeks, he's kind of finished off well. The end of the game,
Yeah,
That's
so
stat
it kind of
pad.
made him
It's
look
stat padding. That's what I call. That's what I call it. It's a regular stat
like
pad.
last week. The last 5 or 6 minutes was really good. He got himself in the contest.
He needs to go up a notch, and he can. That's the thing.
can.
It's not like we're like,
No.
he can't do it. He can't do it.
No, he can do it. That because we've seen him do it.
I'm calling the Jets on him.
No, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
but we're not going to get rid of him. But
I'm not saying get rid of him. I'm just saying, can we just?
Again,
He's not in the
He's been like crap.
greatest amount of form.
if it was another player, just say it was O'Brien, you're going, nah,
I wanna
he's not
see
going to
him-
get better. But with Fisher, we know.
How many handballs did he have? 18.
There's
You
a
want to
lot
see
of
him kick up more.
handballs.
You want to
wanna
see
see
him
him
he's a
kicking
beautiful
more.
kick of the footy. He is actually a nice kick of the
I
football.
want to see him getting on the end of work.
If he has 20
what I wanna
20
see.
disposals, I want 14, 15 kicks from him.
He's had 19 handballs.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
knew
lot.
there was a lot.
That's
But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But that's not his game.
How many did Cripps have?
Yeah, but that Cripps is different
Yeah, but
because
that's
he's the
Cripps' game. He's a
extractor.
feeder. He had 5 tackles and all that.
He's the extractor.
Yeah.
Fisher, you know when he's playing well is when he's kicking the football. He obviously doesn't have a lot of confidence at the moment because he's how many
Maybe is it just the
19
positioning he's getting into as well.
maybe I don't know, but I don't know. He's been a bit.
Has to be.
Yeah.
And again, this week I think it's a big game, and I think he'll play better if Walsh does play.
Pressure
and Kennedy
rate's
does.
14. He had six centre bounce attendances, so...
If Walsh does play, which we've been told, then fucking what's his name, Kennedy.
Yeah.
And Akers.
Yeah.
The one who can just get out and do his work is Chera.
Yeah, agree.
And maybe with them coming in, he can do his work more.
Well, hopefully.
Just like Cripps.
And I'm not
really
saying he has to have
benefits.
35 and kick 2 goals. It's just being like, be provider. Like, do
Again,
something.
I'm going to forget about his stats.
I don't care about stats.
I walked off at half time going, what is wrong with this bloke, mate? So I saw a Skivetsa of a game. He improved a little bit in the second
He
half.
did, but like that's like the whole team, though.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Why can't you do it when your team's not playing well?
Yeah.
That's what I look for, and that, you got those players. But anyway,
Who else?
I thought, do you want like?
No, anyone.
It was shit.
He's shit, good.
I thought Silvani was pretty average. to be honest.
I was disappointed
Some of
in
those
his game.
kicks.
No, I'm not going to say pretty average. He was a 2 out of 10 for me.
He was really disappointing.
don't look at his stats because he stat
He got like 16, 18 touches.
And
so
he got into the right areas.
He did.
Yeah.
He just
butchered it.
execution was
Butchered
poor.
it. And that's he's not known for
butchered
that.
a couple.
He's not, but
Again.
Silvani's not really known for that type of. But you see all those kicks. What were they all off? One step.
One step. I mean, it reflected our team how we played on the day, but like
all the kicks that he took were on.
They were,
yeah,
they were there to be hit.
Right.
But just couldn't.
So is it like are you there? Are you frustrated because he turned the ball over when he was trying to do the right thing?
No, I'm frustrated that he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
He can usually better 2, 3 steps, put your foot through a fine,
The
better than that.
turnovers were bad, Paul. The
In
turnovers
the
were
area,
bad.
Yeah. I know.
He wasn't
I
under
know.
a lot of pressure in a lot of them.
They were unforced errors.
Yeah.
They were unforced errors.
Yeah, like over
And
the
people
head, like
can,
he's
and
not
people are
hitting
going to go, "Oh, O'Brien is a whipping boy,"
But he was.
he was
Poor.
He was poor.
so poor. on
And
the
you know,
day.
And that's
I've backed
2
him
weeks
up all the time.
Yeah, I know you love it. That's 2 weeks now because last week he almost had a full game.
Shocking.
Right?
Well, he got a full game this week.
And this week he got a full game. And again,
No, he'll
now
be-
Akers comes in, he'll
He'll
back
be
in.
straight out this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right, this is going to be a good point. All right, what we'll do is we'll talk about that when we talk about next week.
The other thing, like even from this game as well, I think the one thing that we can take out of it is that while everyone's falling over, we just keep
winning,
banking the wins, don't we? So
that's what we couldn't do last year.
Need to keep feeding. Like what I wrote down here was we need to keep feeding Sada McGovern a lot more.
How many times?
So a little bit of insight and intel from the great Pommy. Hello, Pommy. He was saying that at the club, a few players were a little bit frustrated with Wiedering continually going Doherty.
Yeah,
you know that's his pressure outlet. That's what he does when he's under the pump. Tries to find Doherty. Whereas in this game, it's completely gone the other way. So they're trying to train that. They're really trying.
Well, it should be that.
And what happens when McGovern and Sarr get on the ball?
They're your best providers. The ball moves quickly.
Well, things happen.
Defenders
Things happen, mate.
Exactly. The zone starts to peel apart of the opposition. You find those extra gaps.
You don't have to. I told you, you don't have to be a rocket scientist.
And I'm gonna.
You have to be.
How many times does he do it? I love him to death, Adam Sard.
Oh,
running on his right side towards the boundary. Bro,
you know I saw him in the
the horseshoe.
Wait up. I saw him in the warm up, right? And he was in front of us, right? You know which way he ran? Right. And you know which foot he kicked with? His right foot. You know where the ball ended up in? In the forward pocket, in the fan's hands. Seriously, it did.
No,
I'm like, and he just laughed at himself. I'm like, bro, go run left there.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got no right foot. Simple. You got no right foot. And you know your evasiveness can get you out of trouble to get you on your left more often than not, 90% of the time.
100%.
Fucking run left. And McGovern run right. Instead they go this way like that. I'm like, what's going on with that Irish?
Yeah. Yeah, but he did play well this week.
He did. No, I thought Sard and McGovern were our best down in the back line.
They were one of their better. That was probably their better games.
Sard was the only bloke who was clean.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Messing around with it and fumbling with it.
At that point in time, he was sitting at 5 for me because he was the best player on the ground.
100%. McGovern had a good first half too, I reckon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, them two, apart from that.
definitely. But
So,
because the
look,
ball was down in our back
broken
half, we don't
tackles,
want it.
like just frustrating. But again, people say, well, we're not playing well. We scored 16 goals and we've brought up the ton. And
I think we're efficient going inside forward 50. That's what we are.
We were we're definitely going in, and we were definitely a lot better delivering the ball, especially in that second half into that forward
this
50.
year, for some reason, I get a Collingwood vibe about us this year.
Maybe.
But
Well, we're not really coming from behind. No. It's like
Not that, we're just like
what in how we
It's a seesaw.
We're just like it doesn't look like we're playing amazing football, but we just keep winning.
I think we're.
You cannot underestimate the omissions of Walsh, Kennedy, and Akers.
I've been saying, wait until this kid
It's
comes
no
back.
surprise that Walsh and Kennedy are not in the team, and that midfield is just not operating, just missing that cog, missing those two cogs.
What you take out, you'd have to say
the top 5. Or let's say just top 10. One of the best midfielders in the comp, Walsh.
Yeah,
he's top 10,
mate. Obviously,
he's
what
top
about
10.
Kennedy?
Nah, Kennedy's not top 10.
Nah,
he's probably
but
top 20, 30.
No, I wasn't going to say he's top 10, but I'm saying
No, but he's a
for
vital
us,
cog.
huge
Vital
for
cog,
us.
He's so important.
Vital cog.
I'd say he is one of our most most important players, I think.
Well, it allows old mate Paddy Cripps to go forward and do a lot more around the ground.
That's the thing.
And even Hewitt seems to be. I know he's come back from that hand, but he seems a little bit down too.
A little bit off. Just a little bit off.
Akers, that was huge. A huge. I know at the start we're going, who is this bloke? But
I like the way we've managed. I like the way we've managed the team in the early part of the season. They didn't rush. They haven't rushed Kennedy back. They haven't rushed Walsh.
Well, you can't.
But does that make a statement?
Well, it's probably pointing. It's not desperation.
Does that make a statement to the team?
I also love how we
listen. It doesn't matter that he's out.
I love how we got into a position that with McGovern that we just iced him.
Yeah,
we got 46 points up. Yeah, the call kick come off, mate.
Yeah, of course.
Manage the game.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's the way it should be.
Honey,
and we had a sub there ready to use. We had to play him for 15 minutes.
Carroll was not bad when he came
Carroll
on.
looked all right.
I didn't mind him.
Come in, had a good clearance.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mind him when he came on. He looked all right. That's his position, a midfielder. So not fucking.
That's what I don't want to see him on the wing.
Nah, he's a midfielder.
Play on ball.
I think it was good. He got a little bit of
a. Honey will come out. I think.
Those.
Fuck, he's a good set shot though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like
how long's he out for?
No,
hamstring strain could be another week.
That's the thing. Nah, you know what? Maybe that. Fuji kind of Kennedy,
Walsh, Akers, Curnow, O'Brien, Honey, all out.
And Curnow be sub, I reckon.
Nah. Carroll or O'Brien.
No, I would put Curnow. He's the perfect
But what can he do?
Is he?
I think so.
What's he do?
Is he X factor?
I think he can almost feel.
Is he dynamic enough?
Yeah.
No way.
I don't know.
You're on drugs there. You're on the Mike Tyson shit.
Run and carry, no.
Can I talk?
But to play more different positions.
No, I have to shut that down. There's no chance.
Depends on what you're thinking about the sub. See, I always still think of the sub as someone to cover if we get an injury.
No, your sub should be not one of your most explosive, but should be an explosive player that can add.
I don't know. I would always work on a sub that can play any position. Just me, but
can Ed Curnow play any position?
Well, you could put him in the mid.
Yeah.
You could put him half forward.
No, not a chance.
Yes, you can.
I don't like the half
But you can. I'm not saying you got to play him, but of course you can play him.
I prefer.
Can't kick.
He'll kick for goal.
I prefer an attacking sub.
He's actually not a bad shot for goal. No, you're wrong there,
I
mate.
prefer an attacking
and you could put him.
O'Brien.
It's O'Brien. I don't mind Carroll. I actually don't mind Carroll, but he probably can't play that.
Yeah. I don't know. To me,
you know who would be
you're looking at.
Be
the
a
sub is now
dirty
become this.
sub.
We want this like.
I'll give you one. He probably. I don't know how he played in the VFL, but he'd be a filth sub. He can play any position you want. Kemp.
Right.
Agree.
Yeah, maybe.
Completely agree.
I would still.
You could play him in the middle because he was a midfielder.
Got a bit to say about him.
He can play midfielder. He can play up forward, and he can play down back too.
No, you can.
And he's a better footballer than Ed Curnow.
Maybe, but I would still put the experience of Ed Curnow in there. If we lose a midfielder straight away, I'd rather put Ed in there straight away than try out a bloody.
But the midfield is one of the easiest places to fill.
Yeah, cover.
Because you could put a Zach Fisher in there.
Yeah.
You can put Holland's run through there. You can put. That's what I mean.
The good thing,
that's what it's good debate to have.
It's good that we have options at least.
Yeah,
I prefer
options are none.
Personally, I prefer the attacking sub. That's because it just it
But
shows
you're looking at it. You're looking at it. Oh, we're going to have we'll make it a strategic
sub.
Right. But I'm looking at it. Always that sub to me is a one for an injury. That's all I worry about. But you don't want an
but they
early
don't use
injury
it for an injury anymore.
Yeah, but you do if you get one early.
But what I'm saying,
like they did today with bloody.
I'd rather someone just vibrant, fresh.
Nah, I'm thinking safety.
I'm telling you, you'd rather Kemp over Curnow there.
Nah.
Kemp's good, man.
I know Kemp's good, but I wouldn't put him I wouldn't put Kemp over Curnow right at the moment. I'm looking at.
You tell us in the comments who you'd rather. I know 80% are going to go with Ed Curnow because we love Ed Curnow, but trust me.
It's got nothing to do with loving Ed Curnow. It's got to do, I think, he's a good sub to have, man, because he's got experience, he'll come in and he'll do his job. And
I don't think it's about having experience.
And he'll do his job.
But of what?
Whatever you ask of Ed, he'll do for you.
But he just doesn't add a threat.
But to me, it's not about adding a threat. It's about having someone
that's what
ready.
The sub is.
You're making him the sub. To me, it's always about, because the main reason for that emergency sub, now they're saying it's like we'll use him as a tactic and that, right? And you can do that if everything goes well. If everything goes well. But at the end of the day, the main reason they've got this extra sub is that if you get an injury, one team isn't of a disadvantage. That's why they do it, right? So you can say it's a tactic, and you're good. And if the tactic works, beautiful. All I'm saying is, to me, I want someone
who can play multiple positions.
Not only that, I want someone that I can say, right, if you come in there, I guarantee he will do his job. He will do his job for you. He can run, he can do that. All right, so sometimes his kicking is not the best, still around the corner. Anyway, good debate to have. Good debate to have. You know what? He's right. It's good that we're having this debate.
Yeah, but
normally we'll be going, there's only one person.
Sometimes too many options can paralyse you too, so,
Yeah, and you know what? We've got a whole year to work this out to see.
Look, as I said, Ed Curnow will be there for the start because we've got a few injuries and he won't be playing towards the end of the year.
He's perfect for our squad.
Yeah, he's not there in a...
Well, we're covering... The players that we needed to cover have come in and covered.
Beautiful. That's all we want. That's all you want from it.
Yep.
That's all you want.
All right, so that's done and dusted.
All right, let's do some votes.
All right, yep. I could have changed these up. I had different feelings and emotions with this.
I did this straight afterwards, and this is what I saw. What I saw was this. Curnow, naturally 6 goals. To me, McGovern was the second best player because he kind of kept us in there while we were there, so I gave him 4.
I think I was harsh on Gov.
Mackay, 14 marks.
Enormous. Enormous.
He could have had 3 or 4.
Huge,
Holland's
huge.
doing more than bloody I ever expected him to do in his first 4 games. And Saad, I'll give Saad 1 vote every week because I love him. No, but he really kept us in the game. So
I'm going to go. I'll go.
Go, man.
I gave 5 to Curnow. I could have swapped these two actually. 4 to Mackay.
That's right.
Yep.
3 to Hollands.
Yep.
2 to Motlop, who I thought kicked 2 big goals, and 1 to McGavin, who I thought was
5 Charlie, 4 Harry, 3 Alhamdulillah Saad, 2 Motlop, and 1 Mitchell bloody McGavin.
But what I want to give a special mention to Cripps, who I thought was massive.
Leadership.
Yeah.
He did that last week too.
Yeah. He's just starting off a little bit slow. I think when he's down the teams, I always said he's the barometer,
Of course.
So, but I thought he stepped up.
Real workman's like performance.
Sometimes you need 15 contested again.
You know what I noticed about him too? He's walking slower now.
What do you mean?
You know when he walks around there?
Struts.
It's
the Cripps strut.
It's slowed down. I reckon the better you get, the slower your strut is. Like, I don't need to go. I just love it now. Like when you look at him, you go, mate, he's starting to look like that
Got
real
a bit
leader.
Of purpose
Love him. All right,
leaderboard. Charlie, Cripper up the top, Mackay, Saad, and Youngie.
Yeah, so that's pretty much about right. Young did his job too. We didn't mention Young. Newman.
No.
Did his job.
Back line was, they were all, as a unit, they were pretty good.
They were good. I'm just saying, they did
Up
their
until
job.
the last maybe
Yeah, that was
6-7 minutes. The team defence is what,
it was vomit.
what was poor.
Again, I think everyone,
Sliced
even
across
though
like
I
a
didn't like it, I
Christmas
think
Day
everyone went a
turkey.
little bit too hard on him last. Mate, McGavin come off, right? They're chucking Carroll, Holland in the middle. I think they tried that out. So we kind of like, I think the team mentally just switched off a little bit
Yeah,
early.
but you can't be doing that stuff.
But we'll learn.
Because if you do that now, you always have it in you.
They won't.
Because it's a bad habit.
They won't.
So it's a bad habit.
But they won't.
Yeah.
They won't. I've noticed they're learning. You watch this week. They're going to finish off Adelaide.
So we've got the next game, round 5.
I'll be there.
Thursday
night,
7:40.
7:40. Yep.
13th of April, Adelaide Oval,
start of that
7:40.
bullshit round.
I'm going to be
gathering,
at the SA pre-game function.
Fantastic.
Hopefully you go there and get a win, man.
Well, I've
Your
got
record's pretty good, 1 from 1.
1 from 1.
Who did we verse last year when you went?
West Coast.
West Coast.
Oh, come on, man.
Won by 10 goals.
Any win.
We know
And the
that.
wolf was echoing.
Was it?
Apparently there's 10,000 Carlton supporters going.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, there's a lot
I
over
want to
there.
hear the wolf on TV as well if you're
There's
going.
a lot over there.
You got to get them revved up for the presentation or the pre-game function. You want to hear...
Oh, I am. Because I think Vince is doing MCing for the function.
Right, of course he is.
So, of course, who else are you going to get? The golden tonsils there.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, so we'll do that and we'll go in there. All right. Who is going to... Or we'll do some predictions and who's going to be in and out.
Walsh, Kennedy, Akers will all come in. Honey, O'Brien and Ed Curnow will all come out, I believe. So I think there'll be 3 big changes. And I'm tipping us to win by 5 goals.
Yep.
You can go.
I think it'll all come together nicely on Thursday. I like the quick backup too.
I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think it's going to be 11 points.
In favour of?
Us.
Okay, just making sure.
11 points to Carlton and the same. I think definitely those 3 will come in, guaranteed. If they're all ready to go, they're all coming in.
Yeah, Voss confirmed.
And you're right. You know, like O'Brien will be out. Who else?
Ed Curnow and Josh Honey.
Honey. Maybe Carroll. Carroll's
Carroll will naturally be out because he's the sub.
Yeah.
So they'll relegate someone to the sub.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he'll be completely out and I'll make Ed Curnow the...
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, so I think that's natural. And I think that's going to be, nice to see the Terminator back.
I hope he has a great game.
Yeah.
I'm going the other way.
He's building.
Are we going to lose?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't tip Adelaide.
Yeah.
They're playing well.
Cannot tip based on what?
I've watched all their games.
Oh,
this year.
come on.
They're actually playing really good football.
Come on.
They're playing some hot football.
Come on.
Just the way that we're playing at the moment versus what they're playing at the moment.
With Walsh, Kennedy and Akers back in, you're tipping Adelaide.
We had this last year and we got belted there.
Fuck, bro, come on.
I agree.
We haven't won. Not that I don't
think
care,
we'll
but I
win.
don't see. I don't care.
I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks.
No, I think it'll be really
this
close.
is the problem. Everyone thinks it's going to be close.
No, I
It's
think
not
it
gonna
will
be close.
be.
It won't be. I'll tell you.
I think it will be. I think this will
Won't
be
be
within
close.
2 goals.
It'll be 5 goals.
Okay.
It won't be close.
I hope so.
I'm telling you now, it won't be
But
close.
I'm telling you right now, the way that they're playing football, I've had a look.
They're playing
Then you can
very
go
good
pull
football.
your bullshit analytics out of your ass, but the way that just the
And
eye
it's not just
test,
this year. They finished off well
they
last year.
finished strong. But
right?
they're playing. There's some nice continuity going on there. They're playing good football, Paul. Don't tell me that they're not playing good football.
They're playing all right.
Oh, come on, man. That's just now you being a real Carlton prick and going, we're 3.5-0 and we're that good. We're not playing that good. You telling me we're playing that good?
The next 2 games,
We're playing
winning.
average
We
football.
are winning, and we have more
I
improvement
know that,
to come.
but
and Walsh, Kennedy, and Akers.
I'm just
adds
saying.
15%
I'm
to that
just
team.
saying
Say
where
that
we
until
are
we
at the
until it
moment
happens.
and where Adelaide are at the moment. They're just playing. They're playing hot football. So we're catching them at a time.
And over there,
we've caught them
that
at a
could be one
time
of
where
the-
they're playing really good
could be
football.
one of the toughest grounds to go and win a game.
If this was last year's start of the year and I'm going, okay, we'll beat them by 30, 40 points, yeah? Something like that. But the way I've just watched them, I knew, and this week as well, they're playing good football, man. Who they versus? Fremantle. I know Fremantle are playing
at the moment, yeah.
But the way they put them away, I'm like thinking, okay, it's not going to be a pushover here. And with Mackay out too.
Who else have they played?
Well, I think Mackay will be right, but
Port.
You think he'll get off?
yeah.
Okay, and let's just say
And this is Tuesday, so he's probably already off.
Who else?
they beat Port. I know Port people are going to go their
Whatever,
Cats.
Well, Port just
else did they play?
bet Sydney.
That's you know what I mean.
Who else
It's
did
like-
they play? Adelaide. Can't remember who else they
Dunno.
played.
Doesn't matter.
What are they? 3-1.
Gold Coast.
No,
Two
they're
and two and two.
I think 2
Nah,
and 2.
3-1.
3-1 they are.
3-1
Yeah.
or 2-2.
I reckon they're 2
No,
and 2.
they are. They're 2-2.
Yeah.
So if I go through, sorry. I'm just saying.
They lost the GWS at Giant Stadium.
Correct by 16.
Then they lost the week after against who?
Richmond.
They lost by 5 goals against Richmond.
Yep.
And they
And
had
then
a
who'd they
massive
beat?
third
They beat
quarter.
Adelaide. They
Beat Port by 31.
And they beat Freo.
And they beat Freo by what? 39.
You cannot possibly tip Adelaide in this game.
I think they're just playing good
we
football
drew
at the
against
moment.
Richmond. We beat Geelong, who was showing them na merda. We beat GWS just. And we beat North Melbourne, really, who are na schifezza. So your theory
I'm just
works right for
saying,
you.
on the way-
What
I know
he's
it
saying
does,
is
but I'm
right.
saying-
You can't say who they've beaten and
Our upside
I
with
hope
those 3
I
blokes
under-
coming in
I
is far
understand-
better.
I understand that, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying the way the football they're playing at the
Anyway.
moment versus our style at the moment is. If we versed them towards the end of the year and it was round 16 and we're playing,
You know
and I
what-
know we're building, I'm like, we're finished and we're going, you know that we're going to be going into the finals. I'll be going, okay, we'll
You
probably
know what
win this
it
by
is?
4 or 5 goals.
You know what it is?
What? It's the Carlton arrogance.
No, because he got a couple of tips right.
I
He thinks
hope I'm
he's a
wrong.
star tipper. I agree with Mars, but I agree with Paul. I think we'll win.
Yeah,
but
I hope we
think
do. I think
if-
it'll be closer than you think it's going to
if Voss,
be.
you think that
I
Voss,
hope we win by 20 goals.
what do you reckon Voss is saying?
They're not pushovers.
I reckon this is the perfect scenario for this group. They've never
hope
won
so.
at Adelaide Oval. They've got the scars of last season.
The scars mean nothing.
They've got
That's bullshit.
they've got Walsh, Kennedy, and Akers to come back in.
Good.
I think
I think it's the perfect
I
scenario
don't
for
look
us.
to last year and having a
I
look
think-
like that. Last year's done. It's now. We're playing now.
I
We're playing on
think-
Thursday, and they're playing good football, and we're playing average football that we can get out of jail in a quarter.
Yeah.
Against some
know
teams
what?
that are half all right, like Geelong. Okay, I thought Geelong was our best.
No,
win.
a good game. Good fourth quarter.
Good quarter performance.
I think we'll win by 5 goals.
I hope so. I hope
You
he's
said
right.
that like 8 times. We understand that.
When he
We
does that
understand
one, he's like, it's like being, I'm that good.
Yeah,
Like, I know
don't need to
everything.
listen
I
to
am,
you
that's
guys
why. I
anymore.
know I am.
I don't need to listen to you guys anymore. Hey, listen.
I'm just being honest, man. I hope I'm wrong,
I like
though.
it. I like it. Well, how much are we going to lose by?
I think we'll lose by 5 points.
Oh, so a bit close.
Yeah.
Close. I'll tell you, I
I'm wrong.
expect to go in there, and this is going to be a tough game.
I'm going in there thinking we're going to win, yeah? Don't get me wrong.
I think it's going to be a close battle the whole game, right? And maybe we're good enough to win it
Hopefully
at the end.
Motlop kicks a seal or
Oh,
something.
I love to. I would love.
But yeah, fuck. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going there thinking we're going to lose. It's not like 10 years ago.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
We'll see. You know what?
expecting a win.
The next 2 weeks, massive test.
I just look to Thursday.
I'm convinced we'll go into the Brisbane game undefeated.
I don't look that far. I'll just look to Thursday.
I don't think
But,
the
yeah.
team, and I don't think, and the way their the persona and that is, I don't think they think like that anymore.
No, they don't.
They actually think that this week they're
I don't
getting
think
ready
any
for it.
team.
none of them think like that.
I don't think any team should think like that.
I think we did last year a little
Yeah,
bit.
probably. No, towards the end of the year,
Yeah,
definitely.
I think with
Yeah.
last year we kind
You're
of
not
thought,
entitled to
we're-
think like that.
You know, look how good
Even
we
as
are.
supporters, you're not entitled to think like
Especially
that.
that first half. I
No
thought-
game is easy. No game is easy.
Not anymore. Not anymore. And if you think that, anyway, that's good. I like it. I like it. You know what?
What?
Let's have this segment.
Did they win?
Yeah.
They did it.
They were behind the fans.
Our favourite player got 900 possessions.
Oh, nice.
Rev the reserves.
Ciao ragazzi.
So we actually
6-10-46 to 14-14 98. Our best performance of the year, albeit against pretty average opposition.
why? Arnaga, tell us. I've got a question for you.
Yes. Much better finishing, much better control. Forward press looked a lot better. We got our best players free. We controlled the contest. All our senior blokes stood up. A few young kids stood up. A few young senior players, some first-year players were really good, which I will get to. Much more efficient going forward of centre, which was our real bugbear the first 2 rounds. And yeah, really, really strong, solid performance from start to finish.
It's our first win.
Yep.
First win, and as you said, it was a strong performance. Now,
Real
we had a couple.
controlled
Why can't Dow get a game now? How many did he have? 38 or something?
30 touches and 2 goals.
2 goals or something. But so did Binns, didn't he? Binns had a very good game too, didn't he? He got 28 and 2 also.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I don't know my stats. Yeah. He did well too. But Dow's been strong in the last
year and a half.
No, in the last 2 or 3 games. Hey, you can only reward what they do, right? I'm asking you the question around the reserves.
Yes.
Why doesn't he get a look in?
Okay. Why doesn't he get a look in? Because he's an inside midfielder, right?
Right.
So, who are the inside midfielders and on ballers at Carlton?
You know I know. My name's not Manny.
So let's write it. Cripps,
we know who they are, yes.
Kennedy, Hewitt, Chera.
You have to write them all out.
Fisher.
Walsh.
Yeah. Is he getting a game ahead of those? Ed Kerno?
Yeah, Ed Kerno, when he's there.
No, get a game. I'd have him in front of Ed Kerno.
No, I wouldn't. Not by a million years. Not in a million years. Doesn't tackle. Can't provide blocks. Doesn't have the engine.
I'm asking the question because this is the noise out there, right? We are doing red reserves.
Yep.
I'm asking you the question, why doesn't he get a look in this
All you need to do as a football fan, go back and look at his 2 games last year and you'll realise why he can't get a game.
All right, but does that mean, right?
What?
He's done the work, you say last year, we're talking about this year, he does what he's asked to do this year.
Yep.
Right? Let's say Kennedy's not right to come in.
Yep.
Right? Because, I don't know, they want to give him another week, right?
Yep.
Or Walsh, either one.
Yep.
Why can't he get a look in?
Who, Dow?
Yeah.
Maybe he will. For a week.
I reckon he could play a couple of games this year.
No, I'm asking why doesn't he get a look in? And you're saying because he doesn't do this, he doesn't
total
do that.
time on ground, he can't spend more than 70% of the time on ground, so you can't rotate him through the midfield. 1, he can't block for his teammates because he's not strong enough to. 2, he can't tackle at AFL level. 3, disposal under pressure is poor. 4,
but he's good in the reserves?
Yeah, because you've got 2, 3 extra seconds.
But that's how we get a looking into players that are gonna play. You said like Binns.
Yeah. Maybe different players though.
All right, but other players, Carroll. Like you're saying, they're playing well in the reserves, and then you're giving them a go. Why can't we give Dow a go now?
Because we've seen what he can.
Yeah, but now we've asked him to do. So what your strategy, your theory doesn't work.
I just explained it.
But he's doing that in the reserves.
Doing what?
What you just said.
Is he?
I don't know. Is he?
No,
he's not.
No,
he's not doing none of that.
That's why he's not playing.
All right.
He doesn't have the aerobic capacity to do what he does at VFL level in the AFL. He doesn't have the physical strength to do what he does in the VFL at AFL. He doesn't dispose of the ball properly under pressure, and that's not even scratching the surface.
No.
Communication is not good enough.
Does he run
as well?
I don't know.
Our midfield do not play the way that his strengths, right? So for us to elevate his strengths as a midfielder, it would mean that he needs to be the exit ball from midfield. Do you want Paddy Dow using the ball going inside forward 50 as a fan?
Of course.
You want Paddy Dow using the ball going inside forward 50?
No, that's what you would want him to do.
I'm saying, but as a fan and as a coach, with his disposal under pressure.
Not at the moment.
Do you want him using the ball? Well, that's why he can't play.
Not at the moment.
That's
what you would want him to do.
Was he go up by foot this year?
He's out of all our midfielders.
By foot, not by
last season. He was ranked 7th or 8th for kicking efficiency out of all our midfielders. And you can see now he's reverted his game to be more handball centric, right?
Yeah.
And look at who are our more handball centric midfielders? George Hewitt and Patrick Cripps. Is he getting a game ahead of those two? Those are the 2 players he's competing against for that inside mid spot. Is he getting a game ahead of those 2?
No.
Well, that's it. There's your answer.
Yeah.
They have been given defined roles, right? You are an inside midfielder. You're competing against Cripps, Kennedy, and Hewitt. Are you getting in?
No, not at the moment.
What I'd like to see.
But
Not what I'd like
And
to
who do you
see.
prefer as an outside midfielder out of the three, right? So say they change his role to become an outside midfielder.
Yeah.
Chera?
No.
No. Kennedy gets to the outside a bit more? No. He's not as good a kick as Kennedy. I'd rather Fisher on the ball. Fisher's a better disposer of the ball. And I'd rather Doherty on the ball.
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Simple.
That's good. I wanted to ask that because, as I said, the noise
I'd
out
like
there.
Having said
is
that-
I'd also like to see if form drops off in a few players.
Having
and
said
if
that-
saying,
if he does if he's doing what
Well, if he
what
keeps
has
doing-
to
he
do,
could come in.
you've got to give
Said
him a go. Yeah.
Well, you
If
don't
it's-
have to, but he could come in.
If it's not working in the midfield with Walsh, Kennedy and Akers coming in, Jesus Christ, what's going on out there?
There's something going on.
If it's not working with Walsh and Kennedy coming into the midfield and we're still getting beaten, maybe the coaches have to change something tactically.
Yeah.
Don't think it'll happen though. Do you want
We are going to check that. All right,
Shut
we
them up.
finished with Rio the reserves.
to... No, not yet. Jackson Binns, enormous. Huge game. One of the best on, and Brodie Kemp was one of the best on.
All right, hold on. All right, we're back.
So,
Continue on with Bins.
okay, so Jackson Binns, really liked his game.
Yeah.
Real outside type of player, beautiful user of the ball. Took his 2 goals really nicely. Huge engine, massive engine. Don't sleep on this kid.
Yeah, no.
Could
there's been big-
honestly could be the best of the lot
Yeah.
in that draft. Hollands is really, obviously we know Hollands is the first round
Yeah,
pick,
yeah.
but
It's good. It's
I
good.
like the
I've
look
been
of
hearing
this
a
kid.
lot about
You know,
him.
like you get these 18, 19-year-olds coming in and they play VFL. Oh, fuck, he's only had 15. He's only had 10. It's
Yeah.
like, God, he's had no impact. God, this bloke
This
just come
bloke,
in
and
and
he's
he's
not just once.
I'd
he
leave
keeps
him
on
there
it,
for
yeah.
2 years.
Well, not for 2 years, but
leave
Kemp was
him.
fantastic.
Let him learn.
Kemp was best on ground for mine.
why didn't they let Holland learn?
Maybe he was good enough. Well, we had to play him.
Yeah.
We had to play a winger.
We had to try him out.
No, we had to play a winger because Cottrell and all that were all injured.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
That's a good question. If Cottrell and that were right, would they have played Holland?
Maybe
Yeah.
not. Oh,
No,
probably they would have. Yeah.
100%.
On top of, in front of,
100%.
yeah?
No, I would, but
They
like,
played him,
I'd
they
rather
played him
play-
in front of O'Brien.
I'd
and
like-
O'Brien was
but did Cottrell play? I'm just saying, did Cottrell play a pre-season?
No.
No.
Was he injured beforehand? This
well
is what I'm
injured
saying.
before.
Gets the look in, and now he's taking
Oh,
the
yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
Maybe he wouldn't have got the look in. You
I
don't
reckon
know.
Cottrell would have played that high half forward role that he was really
You
good at.
wouldn't. You wouldn't know.
Brodie Kemp, probably
saying.
best on. Geez, he's really hit some form in the VFL. I've really liked his last fortnight. He's been fantastic. The other guy, the other tall fella I want to mention,
I don't know. Yeah, go.
building nicely, Harry Lemmy.
Yeah.
All right, 2 goals,
Yep.
6 marks, 12 disposals. A beautiful set shot. Oh, beautiful set shot. Pure, runs straight, doesn't deviate, doesn't go right, left, round the corner, ba.
Developing good.
He had a Harry Mackay moment where he marked the ball in the goal square, turned, thought there was no one there, played on and got tackled. So that gives you a bit of archer there. But no, I like this kid. Yeah, much better game. Huge ticks.
got
Tough
all
game
their
next
heads.
week, next Friday night. He's against Richmond at Icon Park.
Okay.
Now, we did come back against them in that VFL pre-season game before round 1. We won by a couple of points. We were like 5 or 6 goals down. Richmond had a couple of outs that game. We had a few outs too, but Plowman was all right. He was okay.
Oh, that was a practice match.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
Yes,
Fogarty
yes.
not too bad. So yeah, the senior blokes stood up. The rucks were Hudson O'Keefe and Murkov were.
Yeah.
Murkov was a bit better. But yeah, next week will be a tough one at Icon Park. But yeah, that'll be after the Adelaide game. So people should be able to get down to that. I'll be there before work. So yeah,
All right,
good
perfect.
performance. Good
All right,
performance.
good.
Yep.
Good discussion. Good discussion. You know what's good?
What's good?
Is that we can have these discussions now, and we've got a few options.
Cunningham also didn't play calf soreness.
Far out.
Nah, I get the list of it. It's finished.
I'm over him now. Marchbank is a ghost again.
Nah, he's dead. They're all dead.
Unfortunately,
They're
these
gone.
sort of players.
People
but anyway.
need to move past them now. In
Oh,
their
spot
brain.
on. Spot on.
Just move past them.
Unreliable. You can't waste the list spot with that. So anyway, yep, all good.
Good.
All
I wanted
right.
to say Brodie Kemp playing good footy.
Yeah, no, he's.
Let's do
playing really
this one.
Let him just keep playing. Just let him play. Keep playing. He'll come in and play a role. He could be there in the year. That kid.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
well. Yep.
All right. AFL talk. What do we got to talk about?
What do we have to talk about? Well, do I save this for Banana of the Week?
They're all the same.
No, I want to talk about the MRO.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Harry
Mackay decision.
Yeah.
What I want to know how they determine impact.
Well, that one was medium. Now, again, this is Tuesday now, so I don't know what's happened.
We'll find out.
But the point was that they sided him. Forget about
Yes.
what's going to happen in the tribunal or what has happened.
Did he get reported on the?
No, there wasn't even a free kick paid, was it? Or maybe there was.
No, there was a free kick paid.
There was.
It was a free kick paid.
You know,
and it was play on.
Our instant reaction when I turned to the brother, I'm like, oh, fuck, it's probably weak.
Mine wasn't.
Nah,
I just thought he got him just after the ball.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, so
the point is,
so that guy
getting sided.
the guy from Essendon, Ballard, right,
Yep.
whacks Guelphy across the head, right, and they said, oh, I got him on the shoulder first, then it got him on the head.
From Gold Coast?
From Gold Coast. What's his?
Charlie Ballard.
Yeah, Ballard. Was it Ballard? I think Ballard. Yeah, whacked Guelphy across the head, and Guelphy was like a bit shaken, got on with it. They downgraded that from medium to low.
Yep.
You're telling me that Mackay's...
He could probably get off because he played the rest of the game.
Come on, man.
No, it's not even that. If you actually look at it, again, this is
I
all
don't think he would
Really?
have meant it, to be honest.
No, it's not even about the men, because it doesn't matter
It's
if you
sloppy.
mean it.
It's a bit
It
sloppy.
was sloppy, but he did get him, and it slid up to his shoulder, right? If you notice, the first initial contact isn't the head. It's about here, and then it slides up, you know? So
The commentator's reaction was like, oh, there's nothing in that.
no one did nothing.
And even Kane Corns.
But the point is that
it's Chook Lotto.
it shouldn't have even been sided.
But it's Chook Lotto. But it is going to be sided because it's not a football act and what it... But my problem
But
is...
you know how they are now.
So careless conduct, again, we will argue the impact, right?
Yep.
Was Blake Acres' impact harder than what Mackay's was? Yes.
Yes.
I agree that Blake Acres hit Brett Daniels harder than what Mackay
What
hit.
about that Zerha?
What about Zerha?
Is that...
They said, oh, but that's he didn't choose to bump. He did, yeah, I go, but he chose to put the hand up.
So it's the same thing, isn't it?
Chose to put and got
he
Cherry
him
in the
hard,
head.
but straight in the face.
Yeah.
You know what the AFL, I've just watched this. I know what the AFL are going to argue. You could have tackled instead of going like that.
Yeah, but we would say that's not what we're arguing.
Yeah, I know. I understand
We are
that.
arguing
But I'm just
impact
having a
not
guess.
low.
It's not a medium, it's a low impact.
That's not medium. If that's medium impact,
I know
the game's
that, but
done,
you know
mate.
how they are now. I'm just saying, you know
That's
how
what
they
it is.
are.
I know.
Because he actually could have gone for the tackle instead. Because there's instances where you can't go for the tackle and you're probably going to bump. But the way he went like that, I'm like, and when I saw it, I'm like, oh, why you done
It's
that?
just sloppy, right? The argument for me...
I actually caught him here first. He caught him on here. He didn't catch him here. He caught him here first.
The argument for mine
Did catch
is...
him all the way up the shoulder?
This is the argument for me.
Okay, yeah, go.
How do they determine that that's medium impact? What are your parameters?
Yeah, well, that's what we're
No
gonna
one
know.
knows what the parameters are.
You'll see it.
They'll
You'll see
show
it.
it,
They'll
they'll
show
show
it
it.
again. I understand what you're
Mate,
saying.
Ballard, I think it was Ballard, the Gold Coast defender.
It slides.
He whacked
there.
Guelphy across the head.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
though? How I think, it shouldn't be anything. Just a footballing incident, whatever.
Yeah.
But the way that the AFL think now, with all the bullshit,
and that's the problem.
CTE, it's an overreaction, and you're going to cop a
Well,
week.
the problem is,
I
you're
hope
right,
not.
it's Chook Lotto. We don't know what they're going to cop. His Acres worse, he gets a week, all of a sudden this bloke...
I mean, now you tackle
Zaha hits him in the face.
and you go to the ground, you're going to get a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
If
You
you
can get for a
sling
tackle
tackle,
like
yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying is that you know how it's going to be an overreaction to it, and you're going to cop a bullshit week for it no reason.
Again, my argument
It shouldn't be a week. It
I
should be
don't
nothing.
know how they come up
Medium.
with that's medium impact.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't got no idea. What's medium, what's low?
What's low? What's medium? What's high?
There
And
is
what's
a-
severe?
high is a
and then
punch.
there's severe.
But there is, I reckon
The
severe
Gold
if you
Coast
go in.
defender punched Matt Guelphy. He punched him. And they said that's low impact.
Yeah.
I hope he gets off.
I reckon. Well, again, it's probably already happened, so let's hope he got off. All right, let's talk about something else then while we're talking about it.
You got something?
Well, yeah. I saw this 20 times and not one was paid.
And so it shouldn't be.
No, I understand.
Correct.
So what's the criteria there? It's another one that we don't...
Don't play against Carlton because we get free kicks for us now.
Again. No, and it was good for us last week. But what I'm saying is, I just... I don't get it, mate. Like, they're confused, we're confused. I saw a few like, oh, what's going on, you know?
They have overcomplicated the shit out of
Last week they did. Last week they...
Full stop, they've overcomplicated it. What did we say, all three of us? The soccer mould.
Yep.
That's all they've got to do. All the AFL has to do is, all the umpires are in together for a training module. This is what you have to do in the moment. We're not paying this stupid descent rule, free kick, whatever it is, right? This is the descent rule. You bring the captain in of the offending team when it happens once. Captain in, stoppage on play. Your player's yapping off. He keeps having a go. He keeps yapping off, asking for free kicks.
Again.
He does it again. Any of your players do this again, I automatically blow the whistle. It's a free kick straight away, no arguments. Tell your teammates to get into line.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That is it.
Yep.
And one, the umpires are not complained about. Two, the respect that the umpire gains is far greater than what it would be by saying, oh, don't talk to the umpire, don't say this to the umpire.
Who was it?
Bring him in, I think it was warning, that's it.
Brett Rosery or what?
So they pay a warning for the 666, right?
Yeah, that's well, what is that?
So they pay a warning for the 666, they warn the ruckman, say, happens again, it's a free kick. Make sure your team's set up before the bounce.
So why can't we do it there?
Same thing again.
So it's already there.
Captain in, happens again, it's a free kick. Yep. Warn your teammates.
And the thing is, right, every game has a different type of feeling, yeah?
Of course.
So it's feeling of the game, yeah? So when it's a heat of the battle, it's close and, you know, something happens and you go, oh, what the fuck, you know? And you go, hey, mate, you know, none of that, you know? Or if you're just going, oh, fuck, you know, like just to yourself.
I understand.
And you can cop a 50 for that. And then they could just win off that.
And it's costly.
It's
costly. It's not like it's costly. It's a goal.
Remain calm. The umpires should be taught to remain calm.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah,
but even back in the day...
Where did this come from?
That's what I say. Even
grassroots umpires being abused and stuff.
Didn't it happen like a year, 2 years ago when there was
But they still get abused anyway.
Yeah,
I've seen some
it'll be even worse now.
It will
be even worse.
They cop it anyway.
I think, and we said it in the NRL.
Not that they should, but I'm just saying.
They also do it.
It's just a natural reaction to a shit decision.
At the moment, it should be whistle, bring the boys in, calm them down, say, look, lads,
just relax.
I'm doing my best to try to officiate this game.
If we miss something,
it is what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. And just put it back on the player. Say, you guys miss kicks, the coach is going to have a go at you.
And I guarantee no player wants to penalise their team.
No,
exactly.
So if they've been told, and you know what, sometimes you get into that frenzy.
Yep.
And then when someone pulls you in, you go, yeah, and you go, right, I've got to calm down, man. I've got to calm down, you know? So, yeah, it's right.
But none of them are irate. None of the players are irate ever. Like, you might get one out of like 400 decisions.
It's up to them and say, guys, look, mate, I don't want to pay these free kicks. I know you're frustrated. I know. I respect you as a player.
Yeah,
you know, you can't be doing this.
Yeah. And you know what? I said this last week. Since they did bring out this descent rule, I reckon it has changed. Like the players have got better.
Yeah.
Right. So it has worked. But let's not now overdo it. You know what I mean? It has worked. We got to a stage now where, there's a little bit of frustration.
Yeah, the players are full robots now.
There's no more of this.
The players are full robots now and don't say anything. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
No, that's right. That's what we want. Well, one day we'll.
No, I'm not saying that, but just
one day it's going to be avatars playing.
You're playing for something, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
You're going to be emotional. And you'll see
that biggest emotion was like last week with Cornelio. Like it was within a couple of points. You want to win, you know, like whoa, you know, like. Anyway,
he actually did it again this week. I saw him.
This is what I'm saying.
I saw him do it again. He got nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw exactly the same motion and nothing was done. You know. Anyway, all right, stuff them.
It's so bad.
Too many umpires now. There's like
there we go.
92 of them on the ground. It's becoming like tennis. Tennis, they got rid of officials. Now there's
only in Australia they got rid of them.
Oh, nowhere else.
Some other.
There's only the chair umpire.
Yeah, but not all events. Wimbledon have them. Roland Garros has it, and I think the US Open doesn't have it.
All right, let's do this one.
Hope it gets off.
3, 2, 1. Rocco's Rants.
Proudly brought to you by
Top Dog Liquor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lyndon Hosking.
All right, I know everyone's waiting for this, but I haven't got much to say this week.
You know what? I actually like that.
I'm telling you, man, I was thinking about it. I'm happy with the game.
The rant is that you don't have anything to say.
That is the rant.
No one's pissed you off.
But there was a couple of little things that I got pissed off about. I might as well mention them. Was Metro, right?
Right.
When we're leaving the ground, right?
Yeah.
What they do is they close all the barriers, right? So you got to tag in, and the line to get there.
It's astronomical.
Open them up, mate. Open them up, right? And if people want to scan, they scan. If not, you got the BSOs there to fine them. That's what it's all about.
What are you going to do? Fine? You can't fine 5,000.
But you can never. But that's what happens anyway.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think they fine everyone on the train? What do they do? They go through. As soon as they find someone, right? They take them off the train, and they give them the ticket. Everyone else that didn't pay gets to go all the way, don't they? That's what you do. That's the thing about getting fined. It's,
cost and benefit.
Like, what about speeding?
Yeah.
You don't catch every single person, but you know that if you keep doing it, you might get caught. Right. All I'm saying is you should have seen trying to get back into the train station, man. Just open up the barriers, mate, so everyone can just flow through, mate. Like, what are you doing?
Dangerous too.
What's that? The way you got to see it, it's like everyone's trying to.
How many they
And then what happened? You know, with that thing, running into it. Oh, do I go? Do I? Oh,
how many of them do they have? The gates.
I don't know. There's like 10 of them, but they're all closed. You know what I mean? Like, just leave them completely open and just let.
You know, in Japan they're closed. No, they're open. Yeah. So they're already opened, right? Yeah. And if you go to walk through it without scanning, it just closes on you. It's got like a sensor. Yeah. You can go through it, but he'll tell you to go back out, and you have to scan. And if not, you think. But I mean,
And the other thing quickly is Marvel Stadium. Bravo! Let's do all construction work now. You know.
On the way out, I thought I'll go down the way of Docklands, the road there towards where the City Link is.
Yeah, driving.
You know, around the back, right past the bridge, towards the back of South Bank, that area. Oh my God, the construction.
There's construction, but there's construction inside the stadium too.
Gate 5.
Like, bloody hell, man. Like, right now you had a whole summer to get
everywhere.
ready.
Even Gate 1 they've smashed. Gate 7, the whole lot. It's everywhere.
Man, anyway. So that was my only little annoyance. But apart from that, like, life's pretty good. I'm going to Adelaide this week.
Good on you.
Oh, well, can I say another one then?
Yeah.
Like the prices of the tickets
are disgusting.
I know that, you know, like we got them later on, but really, inflation, like 3, 6, 9, 4 times the amount for a ticket.
Plane?
No.
Oh, for a game ticket. But you buy resale.
Resale, that's why.
Yeah. But even the price to buy normal is a disgrace. It's a fucking it's a joke. It's actually a joke. Yeah. Like, I've seen some of the price. Like, I buy kids tickets. I'll say it straight out.
Yeah.
Fuck, why are you going to spend $100 like a dickhead? Buy a kids ticket there.
Don't tell me, Ron.
I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't give a shit.
We've got to help the punters out.
No, help the punters, mate.
out.
Nah, stuff them. Seriously, stuff them. $100 for an adult to go to the footy. Imagine if you got like a family, man. It's $300 to get into the ground.
No, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's actually, and they go, oh, we made it less. No, you didn't. You didn't make shit less. You just, you're full of shit. It's incremental pricing for where you sit now.
Yeah.
So where you want to sit, which is like, it doesn't matter where you sit.
They shouldn't. We sit there anyway. Oh, it's getting harder and harder. All right. Anyway, hey, listen.
Listening.
He doesn't bloody jack up their prices.
Schnitz.
Northlands. Go to both of them.
Spice of Life. We've got the Jesse Motlop.
Oh, the Jesse Motlop. Was he the Spice of Life?
Spice up your life. Yes.
Mate, he was superb, mate. You got to go down there, And what about this one?
The Garden of Eden. Who's that? Paradise. I think we know that Charlie.
Yeah, it's Charlie.
Paradise. Yeah. Who needs apples when you have schnitzel? That's what I call paradise in the Garden of Eden. Who needs Harry when you've got Charlie? That's what I call paradise in the Garden of Eden. And then we've got the status quo. The status quo might be comfortable, but it's no match for the crispy deliciousness of schnitzel. $12.50.
Whatever you want.
You know who came up with them? Me.
Oh, did you?
I swear to God I did.
Bullshit.
Bro, I swear to God I did.
You work for a snitch, do you?
No, I came up with those little one-liners or two-liners. Well,
there. Yeah.
Really?
I
I
thought
swear
you
to
come
God.
up with the names. I figured, how did you get involved in that? No, that was
Those. Yeah, I come up with them. They didn't give us that.
Nah.
Gokhan left us high and dry.
Shout out to Gokhan.
Leaving Gokhan.
Go down there.
Nah, it's good.
Became.
Became.
If you did before, you became one.
now.
Well,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
become a member.
You become a member.
You become a member.
Yeah.
17%. If you become a member
Yes.
of the JP, it's 25%.
Good on you, mate.
You know who really loves to eat?
Who really loves
One of
to
our favourites. Let's have a look at this one.
Stasera ragazzi mangiamo pasta con piselli, lenticchie e un poco di pollo e un poco di
Neve.
The hand motion too. And in the background, Buon appetito.
Buonasera ragazzi.
And that's how he does it too. You like
Yeah.
That's his son.
You forgot 2 words though.
Yeah.
Internazionale.
I forgot it. I wanted to do that one there.
Internazionale.
He's always at Snitz.
He is.
Hey, this week
He makes the barney.
we interviewed a
Premiership player.
he's a premiership player, and I was going to
It
say
was an interview that was a bolt from the blue.
Oh my God.
he bolted away.
Yeah.
Proudly brought to you by North Seafood Bar and Grill, another champion of the game. Of course, he's going to think. But this bloke here, let's have a look at some of his highlight. He's Glenn Manton.
Glenn Manton kicked the first goal of the 1999 prelim. 1999 prelim against Essendon. Of all players, Manton! He was courageous.
He was courageous.
Still is courageous.
Wow, yes.
35 metres out. Just run in a straight line and kick the goal. So look at that. Beautiful. Straight over the goal umpire's hat.
Big kick.
Oh, have a listen to Bruce.
Manton! Pretty happy there.
Love Drew
That was in the
Milford.
preliminary.
What a caller. God bless him.
No, I always
Is that
love a
Duck
good
getting
tackle.
wrapped up?
Yeah.
Was that Carey getting
I
wrapped
think
up?
that was Carey getting wrapped up, was it?
Is that when he's playing with the elbow thing?
Yeah, always played it.
yeah.
Yeah. Look, he was a good, honest player. Good, honest player.
Dean Special Fried Rice.
Yeah, this is some of his better years here. He had some good years here.
Spalding.
Yeah, Spalding. Bang.
Oh, look at
Brad
this.
Pearce.
Pierce out the back.
Sells a bit of candy.
Young Buckley.
Nice.
Really just
Yeah.
fucking smashed it through the middle.
Look, here it is. First goal scorer of Manton.
And here he is. This is what it's all about. He's right at the front.
Good on him. Those are the days.
Yeah.
Glory. Absolute glory.
95 to 03, 178 games. 157 was by Carl 170 for Carlton, 21 for Essendon. 34 goals, 30 for Carlton, 4 for
8
Essendon.
years. Buck played a lot of
Yeah.
95
95 premiership player.
play that many finals.
Debuted in round 12, 1995. So it was round 12. It wasn't like he played the whole season. At the age of...
22. It was the gematria.
Yeah, it was what was his? So he was
22, and he was number
22
22
years old.
Yeah, It is
22 years old, 22 days old. Yes, correct. 22 years and 22 days.
Wearing the number 22.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Don't
exactly
believe in numerology.
Huh?
Don't believe in numerology.
No, but that's not numerology. That's a fact. That's exactly when he debuted for Carlton. 1996, it was a 7th in the BNF, and 97 he was 10th in the BNF. So, it was a good, honest player. Came in, filled a role for us in 95.
Yep.
Won a premiership, and we got together. Yeah, we got together with a great man, and we did this.
Deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never wary. I wanna be legendary till I'm dead and buried. Deep within a cemetery, I will fight, never wary. I wanna be legendary.
Here we have him, Mr. Glenn Manton. How are you, mate? Thanks for joining us on the Jumper Punch.
Thank you both. It's great to have you with us, mate. Look where we are.
Where are we?
You tell me. It's a labyrinth. It's a monolith.
We've moved up in the world. We're 3AW.
We're at Radio 3AW in the city. I can hear the voices of so many incredible commentators.
100%. And you're one of them. You go on and
now your voices are added to the incredible atmosphere that surrounds us.
That's
electric.
It is. I love it. I'm loving it. But I think
it.
winning, it doesn't matter at what level, once you win with some friends and you win something, I think it's a great achievement.
Winning is nothing.
What do you mean? Explain what do you mean winning? Is everything?
Everything.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to lose, if you can't lose, you can't win.
Yeah, that's true.
So step one in terms of being able to play competitive sport and play well, and particularly at the highest level, is appreciating that you are not going to win every time you step foot on the field, the court, whatever it may be. And you need to be able to appreciate that and learn from whatever that loss has shared with you so that you can potentially make do for a better performance or a better team collective the next time you play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll give you an example. Here's one for you. Sure. Your viewers won't know this story either.
Right.
When I turned up at the Carlton Football Club, I didn't even have a pair of boots. The Essendon Football Club locked my boots away and wouldn't give me my boots. My beautiful Copa Mundials.
Really?
My World Cup screw-ins, they were the best boots.
What do you mean
they wouldn't let me have them. They wouldn't let me access them. There's the door.
Is that because they provide?
For me to be part of that atmosphere and that experience was quite overwhelming in many respects because upon reflection, you can't necessarily remember everything that took place. I believe that there is a video that highlights an embrace between myself and David Parkin.
Yep.
And I can't remember that happening in the moment, but I do know that David Parkin was the first official, for want of a better word, put him in the official space rather than just a coach, who gave two shits about me.
Okay.
Well, one of my favourite things out of that whole grand final space was being back at the Carlton Football Club and stepping up onto the stage in front of an absolute sea of Carlton supporters, and that was really very thrilling. I'm sure I speak for every player to say that it was lovely to be back there with that group of people. And just having the feeling that I wanted to take my jacket off and wave it above my head, but then thinking maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm a baby. This isn't my team. And then getting up there and saying, you know what, fuck that. I'm taking my jacket off. And I'm going to wave it above my head. And you know what? Fuck you, Kevin Sheedy.
Yeah.
You know?
You did it?
Yeah, you did it.
Well, it's immature to have thought that way upon reflection, but in the moment...
No, but that was your moment.
You wanted to make it clear that you made a mistake, and not so much a mistake about whether I could play or not. That's your perception, but you made a mistake not realising how stubborn I am, how determined I am, how committed I am.
Yeah,
I just don't have time for this program or any other program. That's not to say it's not a good program. It's a great program. You should keep watching it. But me personally,
that was our promo. That was it. That was our promo.
Doing other things in life. So again, to make sure they get their promo footage, you tune in next week.
Yeah. On Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Tuesday, 7 o'clock. And you can think about me walking the dog, making passionate love, listening to music. Maybe I'm doing the dishes. I'm not sure. And as I said a minute ago, maybe I'm doing all four together, which would be quite an achievement. That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But you watch the show because you're passionate about it. Yeah. I'm passionate about the community. I'm passionate about the people within the community and being a part of the community. So this is a great community.
Yeah.
I love the Carlton Football Club. I love the supporters. The supporters have been incredible to me and continue to be incredible to me in the real world out here. We're just opposite Southern Cross Station.
We are.
I'm on the train all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Sometimes I could be driving it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a train driver.
I probably won't be using it anymore. I can check it out on podcast.
Fantastic.
If I can be of any value in terms of my public speaking, because I've got to get something out of this, don't I? In terms of promotion.
Of course.
Promoted Ange's fucking fish for half an hour.
You just said you're going to stop swearing. You just threw one in there.
Ange brings out that side of me.
But yeah, you're right. Definitely, if there's anyone that can
check out my website. If I can be of any
What is
value.
it? What is it? We'll put it up there.
GlennManson.com or
brilliant.
There
That's
you
what
go.
it is.
GLENN.
Double N. You know you've got a shit
AMNCL.
name when they add an extra N to your name to try and dress it up.
No, that's rubbish.
That's true.
Well, mate,
don't get
Rocco,
it.
how many C's? 8.
There
you go.
Nah, but this too. How else? It's not
ridiculous.
Rocco. It's Rocco.
No.
It's actually. How do you actually say it in Italian?
Rocco.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
Ciao, buonasera.
All right, guys. That was Manton.
What a man.
Now, if you want to
Prince
get,
Albert.
you saw that at the end, but if you want him to do some motivational speaking or whatever, Glenn Manton, glennmanton.com.
.au or just .com?
Just .com.
glennmanton.com.
And you can get in there and you can get in contact with him. And as you saw in that little snippet there, the full interview's tomorrow.
Yep.
But as you saw, he's great to have a chat with. And you just don't know where the conversation's going to go to. And he tries to direct, but I'm a lot more experienced now.
So you kept him on the straight
because I've
and narrow.
interviewed him before. Right at the start of Jumper Punch when I started with Pommy.
Sent me a message as well, remember?
Yeah.
One of those interviews.
Yeah, that's right. And he directs it, but this time I kept pulling him back in, mate. Relax. You're on my territory now. No, he's a good man. He's a good man, and he's always very generous with his time.
Yes,
so
great chat. And he's on 3AW as well.
So he's on 3AWs, and he talks about that. Nice. So he was on 3AWs Wednesday night going into Thursday.
Yep.
And he gets on with
Tony McClare.
Yes, and it's with Manton. It's who knows?
Anything goes.
Whatever goes.
Yeah. So, but he's always good to listen to. All right, let's have a look at this one. I'm taking bananas. You're gonna start? Yep. Yeah, you start because I haven't got much except for
I've got another one too. Banana of the week,
and that is proudly brought to you by
Merino Bros. Spend $60 or over, you get free shipping next day if you order before 12 a.m.
Mate, just back your local
producers or
yes, correct.
Fresh food providors.
Yeah, providors, your local fruiterers.
That's it.
Now, this is the first time I'm giving a first banana of the week, and it's well deserved too. Now, I know that this is the case, and you have to be prepared for this, but I think it's an absolute disgrace that they only take card.
Wait a sec.
What?
Can you use that word?
Yes, you can use the. I think it's an absolute. I don't know. I'll say it. I think it's an absolute fucking disgrace.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at Marvel Stadium, right? I don't know if it's just.
Nah, it's Marvel.
It's
nah, it's
just
everywhere.
Marvel Stadium.
It's
Is it everywhere?
Oh, maybe it could be
at
at the CG as well.
Okay.
I haven't bought anything. So
At
I don't
Marvel
know.
Stadium, right? I went to get some food and some drink with my old man, and we only had cash on us, right? And they wouldn't accept cash. Now, is cash? Answer this question.
Legal tender.
Is cash legal tender?
Yep.
Especially if you're Italian.
Yeah, I fucking oath.
What I want to know. And then people say, "Oh, it's a privately owned business. It's privately owned. They can accept what they want." Okay, right. But there's a social contract that says cash is legal tender
in Australia.
I want to know why. Why can I not pay by cash?
It's ridiculous.
Someone give me an answer as to why I cannot go to a food venue at a public event with 50,000 people there.
You can go deep into this.
And I cannot pay with cash that I've earned, pulled out from the bank, which is legal tender.
So when did it start? COVID.
Yes.
Right, so then I understand, all right, during COVID.
No, but even then I don't understand it. It's bullshit.
No, I know, but I can understand why they went
no, I can't. No, but I know where you're coming from, but I can't understand it.
But they said, like, they don't want anything to be touched, and that's all.
But you're still touching a card anyway. You're touching it on the thing anyway.
No,
and what about when you punch the number in?
They're not touching it.
But what about...
Doesn't matter. What about when you touch and then you touch the machine and someone else has touched the machine with their
You're
card?
not touching with your hand.
All right.
What about when you
if I
punch the
touch the
number in?
food? What about if I touch the food and put it back?
No.
What about if I go, I want that bottle? No, I don't want that bottle.
If I
do that if it's cold or not cold.
No, but I insert the card. I can understand why they started the whole thing. They want.
Well, they don't need to because they just want a cashless society, so they know they can control. But we can go so deep into it. It's absolute bullshit. You know what my argument is to this? You know what I do? I go, oh, I got only cash on me, and sometimes I do. I don't just have like a cash, and I don't have my cards on me, right? I'll go in there, and this happened at a restaurant that I went to like a couple of years ago. Went in there, she's like, oh, we don't accept cash. So I'm like, I'll just walk out. The food was beautiful, thank you very much. And I proceed to walk out. And she's like, oh, no. So I'm like, now you're going to accept the cash, are you? And she's like, oh, yeah. So I'm like, now it's a legal tender when I want to walk out for free and I don't have any other money other than cash to pay for it, do I? She's like, oh, yeah. So I'm like, accept the cash and you're not getting the tip.
All I'll say
That's what I said.
All I'll say is orange juice tastes better when it's free.
Yeah. I'll just walk out now. If they say you can't pay, I'll walk out.
I'm sorry, that's a disgrace.
It is
a disgrace.
If I go there and I want to pay by cash, which is legal tender in Australia.
No, I agree. It's gone ridiculous. As I said,
I'm sorry, it's a disgrace.
I understand why they start. I don't know why they've continued it now. And now you know
pathetic.
what? It's not going to go back.
It's actually pathetic.
So bad.
It'll never go back.
So what about, hang on, for argument's sake, say some elderly person, right, doesn't want to use a card.
A lot of people don't.
Cards, right? And a lot of people still don't, right? I know the majority do still all use their cards.
Now it's even worse, phones and all sorts of shit, yeah.
So what if I want to eat and I want to have something? Oh, I can't because I've got cash. I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't know if they can actually stop you.
No, they can't. I'll just walk out. I don't care.
What are they going to do?
I
like
really
if you
don't
go
care.
here, just say it's $20, you put $20 on the counter and walk out. What are they going to do for you? Arrest you? Like, what are they going to do? So
keep the change. Keep. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have one.
Disgrace.
It is.
It's actually pathetic. Seriously, again, I want to know what the reason is.
You know where it's
going. It's society. I know what it is.
So they can control you every
I know.
whatever
system.
Yeah, I'm not getting into this argument because it goes real deep.
Whatever. A comedian said this, and I agree. Whatever they do to dogs, they're going to do to us.
Yes, they're going to neuter us. Chip us and neuter us.
I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen.
They just implement
they're already
slowly.
castrating kids.
Yeah.
They're castrating kids, and it's going to be like the chip.
I'm not getting
in the
into
head.
No, let's not go into it because people are going to go conspiracy theorists. So let's get out of that. I'm going to go to the next one because these people are a bunch of fuckwits. The placements of the camera at the SCG.
Oh my! Oh wow!
They deserve it. Now, mate. So what? They didn't learn from the thousands buddy goal. What, the lady going like this? Again, I've got the picture, we'll put it up in the side. Half a person's head or shoulder is covering when Lauren went to kick for goal.
Shocking.
And they had to switch to the other angle that's from reverse that you can't see behind the goal.
They've done a Carlton, they haven't learnt.
Yeah, they learned from last year, not this year.
How do you make that mistake again? Surely you go to another level.
Well,
it's already low enough as it is.
Well, they need one extra layer of scaffolding. You know what they need to do? Just put the yellow pages underneath the
get the scaffolding from Marvel that they've been blocking us with and use it over there.
So you pay all this money for technology and all this bullshit, right? Whoever the media thing, and you can't place a camera right.
The people the people that are in charge of these certain things,
they
are bananas.
Yeah, they're oblivious
They're bananas.
to conditions that they're working in. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the security at the football. They're oblivious. They got no clue.
Checking the bags. That's one of my bananas.
You want to go there? It's a myth.
The people that check the bags, the blokes do not give a shit.
Nah, they're just there to collect free money.
What's this? Oh, can I look at your bag? And you go like that and they go, yep.
No worries.
I've got the bombs at the bottom. No, but it's true. They don't even look in there. So why are we blocking everybody when you're not even taking it? And you know the scanner too? What's that?
I walk past it.
Oh, the scanner. He's not even looking at you as he's doing the thing.
Tells me to turn around. I just go keep walking forward. No worries, mate. It's like you know what's going to happen next. You know what the next
Remember
stage
Chopper
is.
Reed? Remember
It'll be metal detectors.
Remember the Ronnie John? Remember Ronnie John's half hour?
Happens.
Remember the Ronnie John's half hour?
Oh,
the guy who does the impression of Chopper Reed in the airport?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you wave that past my doodle.
Every time I go past the security guard, I go, I've got a couple flares. You want to have a look? And they're like, they don't even care.
Nah.
I'm just testing them on the spot, see if they're any good at their job. I would go back to their supervisor and say, fire them all. They all don't care.
If you're going to do the bag checks, right?
Yeah.
Seriously, do them properly, right? I don't want you to do them at all. Because seriously, like I never bring a bag or anything. But when you go with your missus or something, you've always got a bag, right? Even if you've got a purse. You've got to go through that line there, all right? And it's practically okay. You didn't even move to see what I got underneath. You know what I mean?
I know.
I don't think they're allowed to touch your personal belongings.
So what are we doing there?
It's just a myth. It's all it's a Metricon facade.
It is.
It's a facade.
It's to
all
show
scare
that we're doing the
tactics.
right
Yeah,
thing.
It's
It's
bullshit.
showing that we're doing the right
But anyway, we know if you're plugged out of the matrix, you'll know.
Yeah.
If you're in it, you're just oblivious and whatever.
What's
Man.
happened to Andrew Tate?
He's back. Top G's back.
Is he?
Top G's
I
back.
haven't seen him.
He's back out of jail.
Yeah, but is he on any social?
No, he will be.
He will be.
It'll blow up.
Because they couldn't keep him more than 90 days.
Like part of the pun, it'll blow up.
I must admit, I know he's got. My mum loves him.
Yeah, my mum loves him too. You know why? Wait up. Because the women back in the day, they're real women.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you know what I found?
My mum loves him.
They love him. But it's true. It's just fact. It's just fact.
I've been speaking, I spoke to my cousin who's from Italy. She was down here and she goes, we're talking about Peterson. And she goes, I love Peterson. I always listen to him. And she goes, who else do you like? And I go, you won't like him, you know. And she goes, who? And I go, Andrew Tate. And she goes, I love him, you know. So it's the old school kind of
It's all the old school women that love him, yeah.
They do.
Maybe 30 or 40 and up. Yeah.
My mum loves him. It's hilarious.
Just speaking facts.
All right, this one, this become a weekly.
What's this?
The Manny Files.
The Manny Files.
Oh no, poor Manny.
Now, can I just, before you put it on, listen to
what's he done now?
Our viewers, they're a smart bunch, aren't they?
Yeah, of course.
Don't try to fool them.
Okay.
Let's have a look at this.
I've got the membership.
That's all you can say, mate.
I'm only going to say one thing, Manny. I'm going to give you one more chance. Right? One more chance.
Here you go, son.
Oh,
Here you go, son. Here you go, son.
Now, let me have a look at the name. Let me have a look at the name on the back.
Mate.
Let me have a look at the name. Let me have a look at the name. Let me have a look at the name. Show me the name on the back.
Mate,
Show
you're
me your
going for
name.
excuses, mate.
Show
You're
me
going
your
for
name.
excuses. Here
Show
you
me
go,
your
mate.
name.
Here you go, mate.
The compliment.
Here you go.
One more time or I'm going to
whatever.
block you. Show me the name.
Mate,
Show me your name on the back.
Yeah, but you better sit
All
there.
right, everyone. Manny
I
has
love
still
him.
not got it. He went and got it off someone else. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Keep dreaming, mate. Keep dreaming.
With him.
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, we might have to
do it. Yeah, I got nothing
Show me
better
the
to
name.
do.
Show me the name.
Yeah,
Show
toilet
it to me.
paper.
Show me the name.
I've just shown you my membership, mate.
No, show me your name on the back.
I'm not going to show you my full name
you
live
haven't got
on
it.
it.
All right.
You can't do that these days.
Through that. Thanks for the
Yeah.
for the next highlight reel, Manny.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, we love him, but the actual bloke, he went and got his cousin's membership.
Oh my God.
That's bad.
You
mate.
got to bring him to a Carlton Collingwood game. Go with him, please.
We might have to go.
Please.
It's a sellout.
Nah, you'll find the ticket. You'll find one. Buy a kid's ticket. You'll find one.
Yeah, no, that would be good.
Go with
That'll
it,
be
please.
good.
He's hilarious.
So there you go. No, he's good value, but the bananas are...
Oh, I slated one woman straight to her face this time.
Oh, wait a sec. Well, while we're there, let's have a look at it.
Oh, what happened?
Colin,
no.
Dickhead.
Oh, no. Are there any more?
Many.
Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Oh, God. Who's taking these photos?
That's Dylan.
Oh, no.
Oh, you idiot.
Wow.
Wrong ear, mate.
Oh, the Richmond. I don't care that you're little.
No, you
bad
cop
one.
it too. You cop it.
bad
I
one.
slated a girl to her face. I'm like, you had the wrong game, love. Essendon plays on Sunday. She's like, huh? And the mum found it hilarious too. She was actually laughing. She's like, oh, good one. Like
And
that.
actually, on the
getting
TV
worse.
coverage, I saw a Hawthorn supporter in the front row. You can't do it, mate. You can't do it.
These people need to be exiled.
You know who loves that? Jacko.
Yeah.
Jacko Fryer loves when you do that.
These people need to be exiled. You know, if you're not wearing team colours of either or, you have to be able to. You have to take off the jersey and not put it on. And if you get seen in the ground with it back on, you get kicked out. Simple.
Be exiled.
You exiled, like the Batman in the Batman. Death or exile?
Yeah.
Death by exile.
Someone's got to do this work.
No, they need to be kicked out.
Have you seen the terms and conditions at the darts in England?
No.
You can't wear any team colours.
Oh.
You cannot wear team.
Nah, you get
kicked out.
Nah,
you'll get they just said no team colours, nothing.
You have to be like representation of like a darts player there. Or
you know what?
something,
I've already said I've determined, and you don't. But I've determined we're wearing.
Dutch.
3 of them.
The Dutch.
We're going in the green
Green,
polo.
Michael
MVG.
Van
We're going to
Gerwen.
buy them,
Yeah.
and we're going to go there like that. Three
Michael Van
green
Gerwen,
polos
like that.
The Van Gerwen. Yeah.
I love it. No, we're gonna...
Like they go, like a sicko.
We can't.
Van Gerwen.
We can't.
No, they're not
this to
allowed.
happen.
No, they're not allowed in the ground. If I was Arsenal and I went to a Tottenham game, they wouldn't even let me in the ground. They'd tell you to take it off.
They wouldn't even let you near the gate to get in.
We're doing God's work here.
Telling you, man. I'm gonna make this a thing on our TikTok. Fuck it. I'm gonna slate everyone, and I'm gonna go up to them too. Just a good slate, not like
Suey.
No, not a bad one.
Just a good.
You're a banana.
Suey.
Yeah, straight up. Just go. You're a banana, mate.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're a banana. You know what's the best? Once I did it. Remember last year I did a one where I went up to him, like I could take a photo. He goes, yeah. Like you're a banana.
Good on you, mate.
Let's have. This is our favourite.
Ma di che cazzo stai parlando? Ma che cazzo sta parlando te? Che bello. Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo sei?
3, 2, 1.
Ma che cazzo!
What do you got for us this week, Rocco? Ma che cazzo?
I've actually got footage
Dimmi
of
qualcosa.
my English teacher.
Oh, really?
Fuck, Jesus.
Real footage?
God.
Yeah.
No way.
God almighty.
T-U-R-E Nature F-U-T-U-R-E Future Nature Future
D-A-N-G-E-R O-U-S Dangal G G O O O O G G L L E E Gulu Gulu.
She turned Italian there for a second.
Oh my god.
That's good. Hey, listen. All I can say about this one is, first of all, don't disrespect one of our greats.
Right.
You always must stand by your man.
Okay, yes.
So look at this.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman.
Oh god. Oh wow.
Giving all your love to just one man.
Oh my god.
Stand by your man.
Oh wow. Oh, he's
and
absolutely
tell
butchered it.
the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. man, baby. Stand by your man.
He doesn't pour it.
Oh!
That's shocking.
What is the best bit? Look.
Jesus.
Yeah. Ooh.
And you put that out there. This is the thing.
Where'd you find that?
I don't know, man. He just came up.
What an idiot.
I just called this one caught red-handed.
Yeah, that's done. You're done.
Got caught trying to steal a package.
Yeah, that's from the front door.
Oh, no, he's going to be stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck.
You're done. Cops is coming. Cops is coming.
Look at him. He's trying to push his car.
Call the police now.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to dig it.
Trying to dig himself out.
You want me to get?
Listen,
You want me to get you a shovel? I get you a shovel.
Oh, wow. Look at the front wheel drive.
You need to get the wheels on the ground.
Push the car down, idiot.
Bro,
there's no chance. You're done.
The police are coming. Just forget it.
Justice is served.
Bravo, man. What a dirty little...
As if he is it good? That's
People
karma.
do, man.
That's the
People
karma
do,
bus.
man. They steal packages from the front. All right, next one is we haven't heard from this bloke, Jeffro. You know Jeffro, the comedian.
Yeah.
He says a joke. Now everyone, relax. It's a little bit funny, this one. It's a little bit.
I've got an inkling you might have played this already this year.
No, not this one.
Okay, all right.
Let's have a look at it.
Let's hear it.
Denzel, he was on watching the football and he was throwing up peanuts and he catching them like he's bloody good. And he threw one up and his wife said, Denzel, you got a woman right in his bit in here. A bloody peanut. Well, his missus tried to dig it out with a knitting needle. He said, I can't get the back. She said, well, look, the daughter's in next door in the front room with that boy. He wanted to be a doctor. Perhaps he could help. Well, when he went in, he's about giving it, you dirty bastard. She said, look, Denzel, I've had a peanut gone in his ear. Could you help? He said, well, I can. He come out and he said, he stuck 2 fingers up Denzel's nose and hit him right in the back of the head, and this peanut slide right out. When he's gone, his wife said, what a clever boy. I think he's a clever. I wonder what he'll be when he grows up. He said, by the smell of his fingers, I'll sell
Oh, God. It was a slow build-up.
Fucking hell.
I love that bloke.
Oh,
he delivers the jokes just right.
Well, by the smell of the fingers, the son-in-law.
Have you ever seen him?
Yeah, he's had scarf.
Yeah, he's an old bloke, but he's got the perfect thing.
Good delivery. Cracking delivery.
It's magnificent.
It was like schnitz.
Fantastic.
Oh, God.
Hey.
That's magnificent.
I just call this one, which side do I part my hair?
Okay. That's a bad one. Oh, that's bad.
Writing was always sort of a strong point for mine.
Jeez, how long ago is that? Where was that?
That's at your
that's Homesglen.
Yeah, you're telling us how fantastic it is there.
Combining writing
How slick was I, mate?
I just thought, the fit at Homesglen, there was no real other...
How old are you there? Like 5?
23,
24.
Subjects that I wanted to
24,
do
25.
Hey, you're aged in about 4 years.
That's watching Carlton, that's what does to you, man.
I just felt sort of a sense of belongingness as well.
Wow, they went really
and there was really more
That's a
intensive
nice
work
park.
individually
There you go.
instead with other
As
university
our
courses,
dads would call it, a
where you get
screamer.
Yeah, beautiful screamer.
a course and there's no real one-on-one work, which I find I work better working one-on-one. And
Just
small
smile,
class
Paul.
sizes.
Fucking hell.
Dead serious.
Smile, bro.
Dead serious. Far
That is
out.
fantastic, man. I loved it. Did you
No
look at the
part now.
T-square to do
Yeah, it
that?
was beautiful, mate. Had the line
No, he
through
got
in
the
side.
90 out. He got the 90 out. The
Beautiful.
square.
The Bobby Charlton.
You know what you were planning
Don
there?
Rickles.
You know what you were planning there?
What was I planning?
The Kevin Bartlett look.
I was comb my hair from the back to the front corner.
It's cracker. It's
Now,
good
listen.
work.
Conceded defeat, thankfully.
But here we're a team,
Yeah.
right? So you cop a bit of stick.
Okay.
I don't mind copping a bit of stick
Okay,
here
right,
too.
okay.
Everyone wants to know what happens behind the cameras
Okay.
when you do stuff.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this one.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, no, Rock.
Shit.
Oh, Rock.
Look at him. Wow.
Surely she just pisses herself.
That's the money shot, she said.
Ah! Oh, from the camera, you mean? I thought you meant something else for a second. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Where was that filmed? In the backyard?
That was filmed in...
Turak.
Yeah, it was. It was somewhere in Turak.
Really?
It was actually...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the owner's... it was...
The owner of the
bikini.
product,
Yeah,
Ah,
their house.
okay. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a bit of backstory. There was the owner. I don't know what the bloke does, but he rocked up in his $1 million Ferrari while we were there waiting.
As you do.
So his wife's got nothing
as
to
you
do.
do.
So what does she do? She brings out a bikini range, right? So it's
Oh,
called
boy.
Inch Bikini. So
Is
if
it still a
everyone
thing,
write
or-
in the things, because if you want, I can show you the full ad next week. All right, we'll do that.
God.
Deary me.
We can do the full
And
ad.
that was.
That's a bad one.
Is that it?
That
is
was...
That is it.
Kit Katsu. Well done. Good Kit Katsu, that
See how
one.
dark I was?
Yeah,
Oh, the fucking did you put some tan on for that? Or?
No, so I had to tan up the night before.
So you went to a solarium, or did you go
Nah,
the spray?
Yeah, the spray, but it was bad. So you don't put it on your hands.
Nah, because you got orange.
It was shit, man.
Because it's the
I ripped
pigmentation,
it off.
yeah.
And then when I got there, they re-sprayed me again, so I was like glowing, mate.
That's grouse.
No, it is good. It is good.
Fucking
it is
Oompa
good.
Loompa.
You know,
Schnitz.
Schnitz.
They got the handcraft schnitzels.
The handcraft.
My goodness gracious me.
You want to read this one out?
All right, go.
Schnitzel, chips and salad. Schnitzel, chips and salad. The three musketeers of deliciousness. Pan-cooked schnitzel, original chips, garden, salad.
I like it.
Three musketeers of deliciousness.
You should have added. You should have added the football terms we use. We hadn't named them yet.
Ah,
we could do that next time. All right.
There you go, Paul.
What about this one?
Mediterranean salad. Schnitzify your Mediterranean salad and take your taste buds on a vacation. 15.50.
Oh man,
I love it. I love it.
Take your taste buds on a vacation.
Go on, man.
That's sick.
Anyway,
Go on, man.
That's sick. That's. I don't think Snitch could have done any better.
No,
Well, they didn't.
They didn't.
So I provided.
I love it.
The goods.
Go down.
The Schnitz,
Northlands.
Northlands.
Go to both of them.
Go down on something else for a second.
Come on, man.
Go down on Schnitz.
It's like a.
Go down on
I don't know where this is
Schnitz.
going, man.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
This show's gone in a different direction here.
Gone up the shit.
Far out.
Gone
I
up the
thought
shitter.
maybe I would say something like that.
No, he's gone off. Hey, listen.
It's cookies.
We have to get a little bit of this bloke. Come
Yeah, again.
Stasera panuzzo di casa e la mamma te lo asa con la mozzarella, lattuga, e Olivia.
I love when he does the cheese, right? And he goes, and his whole body rocks. It's the best, man. It's the best.
You know what's funny? I reckon what's happened is he's been doing that all his life, you know.
And someone just said, let's record it.
You know, in front of his kids, they must get sick of it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Shut up, well, let's just eat, you know. And
Now everyone loves him.
Hey,
International.
you know who loves this segment?
International. What a scuffed head. It's actually a good photo, that, must admit. Exciting, poetic, thrilling, Paul's call.
You've got, listen, what we saw before, you've improved.
Based on what?
The last vision we saw.
Oh, fuck. Jeez, I was looking at that. Smile.
I'm telling you, you were going in the bed.
It was a serious discussion, you know.
No.
Trying to get people to homeschool.
They look like a serial killer.
Fuck, I wouldn't want to go there if this bloke was speaking like that. It looked like you're in a straight like somebody castrated you. They had you fucking things in a vice grip like this.
It reminded me of, who's that Dahmer, the one that was that serial killer? Was he?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Is he like just quiet?
It was like
Come down. Come down to my class. I'll take you home.
I'll take you to the homestead.
Come down to the homestead.
We'll look after you. We'll take you to the cafeteria for lunch too.
But hindsight's a wonderful thing, when you're doing it. But the people could have told him, at least put a bit of a smile.
Now, if you saw that, would you think this bloke's going to be in the media?
No. It looked like I'd just been
kidnapped. If it was some random guy.
Seriously, it looked like I'd been kidnapped by ISIS. Put in front of the camera.
I'm telling you, someone had your balls in a vice grip like that, mate, like castration.
Was that one of your first kind of
don't know.
Vision?
Yeah, you know, like you went on camera to do something, you know? After that, did you think, you know what? Mate, I reckon I can do it.
Well, it was the course. So.
It was the course, I realised that.
And it is a fantastic course for those who are looking to do it. Maybe I should retake it for Paul's call.
All right. You know what?
It's an
We're going to
impromptu
redo it. And you know what? There's more than just that one. There was another one I noticed.
Was there really?
Yeah. Everyone want to see that one next week? All
right, we'll play it next week. I'll redo it for everybody.
All right, let's redo it. Are you going to redo the hair too?
I can't.
Oh.
I can't.
All right, what are we here for? Wait a sec. What's that noise? Where'd that come from?
There's an alert.
There's an alert.
There's an air siren.
You know when you hear that siren?
Oh no!
Mayday.
Something might have landed.
When you hear that
Something might have landed at Marvel Stadium. Oh no! Oh no! We've had them every week.
We had them.
I reckon they might need to sound them on a consistent basis.
Just do it.
Just before.
No, you know who actually did have them after every goal? Essendon.
But that's understandable.
But they didn't have it.
But I must admit,
it sounded pretty tech.
It did. That's actually good.
But I must admit, Brian con la sinistra ha trovato Jesse Motlop della 50 Jesse Motlop. Allora Jesse Motlop con il pallone con la 50 con la destra e l'ha messa una bomba, un'altra bomba per un'altra settimana per Carlton e Carlton in vantaggio da 3 punti.
3 punti.
Da 3 punti sotto Marvel Stadium.
Fantastic.
Again.
Another
air siren.
He actually did it.
It's the best one of the year.
And from the angle too.
He actually did it twice. The second one wasn't as big, but it was
Dalla 50.
Dalla 50.
I didn't think he had it in him, but the air siren sounded.
Well, now we know he's got
Now,
it.
I also have something impromptu to play you as well, which I completely forgot to put on the run sheet. But fortunately or unfortunately, I landed in the vicinity of the Carlton Besties.
Because I got my face on there.
Jasmina. We were walking down, you know when you walk down the ramps, those big ramps, and I saw her with her friends, and I caught wind of it, and I go, give me the little microphone. It's just a pure give me the microphone. It's 4 seconds. I'll play it for you. And look, I it's very quick. I don't know if they've put it up on their socials, but I'll play it for you here, and you can see it. It's just real power move moment. Tough, hard, rugged, gutsy win. Another 4 points in the bank. We move. Pretty simple stuff, I would have thought. Everybody, we do all these fan cams for 5, 10, 15 minutes and go into the analytics and the game, and we go into it all, but
we could sum it up in those 4 seconds.
Correct.
I like it. And
so that's Paul's call for the week.
It was a good Paul's call.
Too many
Paul
bombers,
says
mate.
he ran into them.
Full of shit.
He was looking for it.
Definitely.
Can confirm I did run into him.
Definitely looking for it.
Can confirm Jasmina was looking for me.
Yeah, no, they would have been looking for it. They needed that 4 seconds.
They're all looking for me, mate. They're all looking for me.
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like, share, and subs.
Give me a gun there.
What happens if you become a sub?
You get 17% off from Schnitz, Northland.
And
you get charged double at North
if you become a member,
if you become a member, you get 25% off. Now, what's 25%? A fourth, a quarter.
A quarter. It's a fev, it's a jezza.
That's right.
It's the Carlton game plan discount. Because we only play a quarter.
Go down there. Go down there and see him.
I reckon Fisher might need to use it soon.
Yeah. He's got to cash in his 1 quarter discount. That's all he's playing at the moment.
I might have to.
But yes,
we might have to make him number 2. Take away the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, only half.
No, good stuff. Yep.
Yeah, so just make sure
membership.
We got Snitz, of
Mars,
course. These are great.
Rocco,
We got get the membership. Snitz, Marino Brothers, Top Dog Liquor, North Seafood Bar and
Now,
Grill.
can I just say, with the membership, there have been people asking, "How do I get the membership? How do I?" If you've got an iPhone, you can't do it on your iPhone. You've got to either go onto the desktop version. So get onto your computers, type in the Jumper Punch, go on the channel, and you can subscribe.
Yeah.
There'll be 2 buttons on the main page. Join and subscribe. You won't see that on your smartphone.
They'll add the feature
there's something with the iPhone.
Yeah. Nah, but it's
just don't have the feature on iPhone.
It's on the app. You got it on the app?
What
app? On an Android?
On an Android?
On the Android you can
app?
do it.
Okay, so Android you can,
You
iOS
can do it on the
can't.
Android 100%.
iOS you can, but you have to go into the browser.
Yeah.
You got to go into Safari.
So go into that, and the other thing, so if you're watching the show right now, right, you have to go, and the link's up the top, you have to go into the Jumper Punch YouTube page and you join there.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Don't join Blue Abroad.
I mean, you can join them too.
You can join them both. What we're saying, if you want to become a Jumper Punch, don't get confused.
Correct.
You know, help us both. Help
Correct.
us both. You know? No, so yeah, so
Good
you've got to
stuff.
go into there
Great
and do
stuff.
that. Also, remember, Blue Sunday, 8 p.m. Sundays. Blue Sunday. Legends of the Jumper Punch this week.
Yes.
7 o'clock.
Blanton.
Wednesday.
Did I say
Blanton?
Glenn Manton.
Clanton.
And then Forever Rivals. Make sure you check
Forever
out.
Rivals first and then Glen.
Yeah. Make sure you check out because this week Collingwood lost. And I'm telling you, I'm not letting out on that bloke, man.
Fair enough.
Well,
done.
March finished, so they already won the premiership in March.
And he did say they were
March premiers.
They were March premiers last year. Yeah, so that's it. So, and when you do watch Blue Sunday, remember this bloke is one of the hosts.
Well, hello Jumper Punch viewers, this is Bangkok Joe and welcome to Bangkok. Today we are going to look at the place that sits down there behind me. It is known as a shrine. Now it's not a temple, it's a shrine because it's a Hindu temple which they call shrines. And this shrine is right in the middle of Bangkok and it's famous for one big reason. There's a certain Australian by the name of Jimmy Barnes that was walking along this walk where I'm standing when a bomb went off about 7 years ago. He and his wife and one of his children were very lucky. They got hit by some shrapnel and 7 people actually died. So in a minute I'm going to take you down and have a look at the temple. So here we are down at the temple, and as you can see, there are not many foreigners here. It's mainly filled with Thai and Chinese visitors who have all come to pay their respects. The Buddha, there it is, have a look, go in there. So as you can see, elephants must have a trunk up. You'll see some down here with the trunk down, that is to get rid of the evil spirits. The trunk up signifies good luck. You see down here, well, let's go see the dancers. So you can see some Thai dancers, let's just take in some music. Now this temple is centrally located and it's built next to the Hyatt. There are one, yes, out there. The reason this temple is built and has not been knocked down is that when they were building the Hyatt, which is the building in the background, it collapsed a couple of times. And the people all thought there was evil spirits. No one wanted to work on the site. So what happened? The owners of the High and Arrow one decided to build this shrine to tell the gods, hey, look, we're not doing anything bad here. And once that was built, then good things came and there was no more problems. As you can see.
All right, there he is, Bangkok Joe, retired working for you. So make sure you check out that. And again, mate, we have got viewers everywhere.
Yep.
And talk about viewers.
Petra Khan has sent in a comment. This was on the Legends of the Jumper Punch interview with Sticks, which is brilliant, by the way. That's probably that's the best work you've done.
Very happy with that one.
Very good.
He's a great character. Petra Khan, we can all see why Sticks was one of the great skippers the game has seen. Set standards and hurt when the Blues lost. Teammates love playing with Sticks. Damn right they did. Cosmic Iguana. Best guess you've ever had on, fellas. Every Carlton jumper I've ever worn has had the number 4 on it, including my current one. Sticks, what a bloody legend of our club, and I reckon the best captain we ever had. Tough to disagree. Toby Crook, on you, Toby. G'day, Jumper Punch boys. Just me, Toby. I just want to say this has been an absolute great interview with Sticks Kernahan. What an absolute legend this bloke was. He's great, Toby. He calls up SEN.
I was going to say, now, Toby always comments and everything. Now, we put up that comment. He asked, can you put up that comment? The comment went for 3 pages, right? So we just clipped it and I put that little bit. So there was a lot more to that, but thanks, Toby, because you are a great supporter.
And he comes on the fan cams as well.
Great supporter.
So he's a little superstar. Brian Ambrose McMahon, the criticism of Silvani was ill-founded and unjustified. He's been played out of position all 2022. He's not a ruckman. That's true. Don't know if the criticism was unjustified. Maybe when he was being played in the ruck at the start of the year it was, but he was pretty poor on the weekend, I thought.
Again, he was poor, So anyway, but we love Sauce. We love Sauce. Here it is.
Manny Costa. Okay, now this we need to clear up.
All right, clear this
Rocco,
up.
Can you please make it clear that the Collingwood supporter Manny that you have on Forever Rivals show is not me? That Manny should be ashamed of himself. He's got no effing idea.
All right, so that's
so Manny Costo is not the Manny you see on the Forever Rivals. They're different Mannies.
They're Collingwood supporters.
Correct.
But different. But Manny's
over in South Australia.
And he actually watches the game, so he's very knowledgeable of
Call up SEN, Manny. I haven't heard from you for a while. I want to hear from you.
Good man. What about this?
Seba. No other content like you guys. TJP, best going around. I reckon
simple, that like your 4-second one bang.
That might be a bit of nepotism there, Seba. There's a bit of nepotism involved.
You reckon?
That's his brother.
Yeah, but he's right. I didn't know that was your brother.
Anyway,
got me.
Matt Backhand.
Is he wrong?
I didn't tell him to comment.
No,
I actually didn't.
There is a bit of nepotism involved there.
Why'd you have to say that?
Because it's funny. Because I knew you would have had no idea.
I had no idea. I just figured, that's good.
Backhand or Barkin. Great show, lads. One of my favourites so far. Thank you, Matt. Much appreciated. Max Herridge.
Oh, this one here I like.
Rocco, you took the best part out of the Jumper Punch, the intro to Mars's journal. Clap them off. I laugh every time. Oh, yeah.
I can put it on.
Why was that gone? I'll put that back on. Yeah, clap them off. Clap them off. Same shit every week.
We'll wait till we lose.
No.
Yeah,
because we might never lose again.
Then we'll never hear it again.
Got to put that.
That's good. That was
I'll
good.
just put it at the start.
You got to remember those moments. Remember where you came from.
I loved it. Clap.
Yep. Okay. Well done.
All right. That's it.
Finito la musica.
That was a big show tonight.
You're going to Adelaide, so have a great trip, sir.
So everyone, if you see me, actually there are a few
missus.
people that have messaged me and said we're going to meet up there. So yeah, 100%.
Fantastic.
I definitely want to have a beer. I'm going to be cheering loud.
Are you? Dylan's going with you?
No. This is going to be
just you and the missus and Vince
and
his missus Tanya. She'll be going up. So enjoy your trip. Bring home the 4 points for us.
Are you
enjoy
flying
your
or are you driving?
Both.
You're driving
up,
flying
back.
Okay, Vince will drive
because Vince is staying extra.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And we've got to get back, so we're going to go up there for the game, do a bit of the pre-game, a few wineries, of course.
Yeah.
Same here.
Nice. You doing Penfolds?
I think so.
You like it, really
We're going to go there, have a nice
It's a good
meal.
spot.
So yeah, so we'll go up there. Don't worry, I'll make sure I scream loud and
woof loud as
I'm gonna
well,
woof
and
loud.
moo loud
Where
too.
are you sitting?
Actually, good seats. I've got them over there. Yeah, we're right at the front somewhere.
Nice.
As I said, I paid an arm and a leg for the tickets, but what can you do, man?
Man got to do what a man got to do.
That's it. All right, guys, that was good. Go Blues, and make sure we take home the points this week. Yeah.
Yes.
Tough, hard, rugged, and gutsy. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
Is never this just constant state of I'm at a 9 all day, and when I'm with my wife I hit 10, yay, and I stay like that. That's not real. There's a lot of people out there that think somehow or another you're going to get to some place where you're living in silk sheets and you're getting your toes done while someone's dropping grapes into your mouth. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. That guy's not going to be happy. He's going to be bored. An hour into the grapes, you're going to get those fucking grapes away from me. Stop painting my toes. What am I doing in this bed? I got to do something. I'm not stimulated. We have been fed this line of horseshit that you're supposed to seek comfort, and I don't think you are. I think you're supposed to seek lessons, and you're supposed to seek difficult tasks and accomplishments, and through those things and through doing things that are hard to do, even if it's just a fucking 90-minute hot yoga class. I do a 90-minute yoga class, man. Those last 20 minutes, I do not want to be there, man. And I definitely don't want to give 100%. And I can cheat. I can kind of half-ass it. I can. But if I don't, and I get through it, when that time is up and the lady says namaste and everybody gets up, I'm like, fuck, man, I made it. You know, I lost 15 pounds. My fucking yoga mat is drenched to the point where I could literally wring it out and fill a jug up with water. But through that struggle, I will now have a better day, and I better fucking do it again tomorrow or do something else, because if I just think, well, tomorrow I'm just going to coast and eat Twinkies and watch TV. Oh, hello, sadness, my old friend. Hello, depression. Because when you're not doing anything, you feel like shit. And that's just a part of being a human being. And we can pretend that we're something other than what we really are. And we can pretend, nah, me, man, I'm just cool, just chilling, doing nothing. Bullshit. You're a fucking human. You're a human being. You evolved from the fucking hundreds of thousands of years of hunters and gatherers and people that were struggling. Those human reward systems are carved deeply into your DNA. And if you don't respect that, if you don't respect the mechanism of happiness and fulfillment and what you really need to do in order to feel satisfied in life, camaraderie, love, family, friendship, struggle, testing yourself, learning, all those things are imperative. They're all a giant part of being a person.